It was the start of a new era for the Merbanorth Football Netball Club as we joined with teams from South Gippsland region, and for the first time, instead of being on the geographic fringe, we were now in the geographical centre of the expanded league. However, it turned out to be a year of many challenges. As a club and a town, we faced uncertain health and well-being issues, great sadness with the passing of friends, family and true club legends, adverse weather impacts upon facilities, power outages and communication blackouts, and even an earthquake. But as a club, our greatest challenge was COVID-19, stopping us from operating normally and ultimately denying many of our teams the chance to prove how good we were at the penultimate stage, the final series. So in this final chapter of 2021, join with us as we celebrate our best and fairest, acknowledge our volunteers, thank our sponsors, and say to you, our players and supporters, that with your continued support and commitment, we will make 2022 a stronger, more determined and enjoyable season than ever.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Merbanorth Football Netball Club presentation night, as well as we're doing the vote counting this evening. I'd like to introduce you to my co-host this evening, and that's Lexie Andrews.
Hi everyone.
And Lexie, as a netball club legend, will also be supported tonight by Michael Watt.
Hello Joseph, hello everyone.
Michael is a life member of our club, our 2021 number one ticket holder, and he will be taking all the comments off Facebook. Before we begin this evening, the Merbanorth Football Netball Club acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we meet across our state today and pay respect to their elders past and present. The format of this evening is being held under COVID rules. So to all the players, our members, our sponsors, our parents, all our hard-working volunteers and committee people, we thank you for the effort that you've put in this year. And whilst we can't get together at our big finale this year, we're bringing to you this as a live stream event. The chances of us getting this right tonight are pretty low. And there's a 99% chance we're going to stuff this up. But we're going to give it a crack. And that's the great thing about Merbanorth and Merbanorth people. We don't back down from anything. So within the building here at the Rec Reserve tonight, we have less than 20 people. We're not on screen. People will be masked up and all COVID rules are being adhered to. We've got a few surprises along the night and as well as the reverse raffle. First prize being...
The reverse raffle prize will be first prize is $1,000, second prize is $300 and third is $200. And at the moment we still have, I think we're at
37 left.
37 tickets left. So if you want to be in it to win it, message Waddy on Facebook and he'll put you down for a number. Also, tonight Waddy is going to be taking care of our Facebook comments. So if you want to write something on there, get up there and write something. We also want to know where you're from. Are you from Merbanorth, Melbourne, Africa, London? Let us know where you are and we'll give you a shout out. And we might even give a prize to the best comments that we get tonight.
Also, Lexie, I won't be reading out anything that's a bit untoward anyone or a bit rude. So just keep the comments just pretty above board and yeah, let us know what you think, how you're going and where you are, absolutely.
Apparently Steve Rogers, our president, will be working through all rude comments on a one-on-one basis sometime tomorrow, I believe. Mentioning Steve Rogers, it's now time that we introduce our president, Steve Rogers, and he has led our club through a couple of very interesting years, longer than that of course, but the last couple of years have been very interesting as we all know. So Steve, across to you for the official welcome to tonight's event.
Thank you very much, hosts Joe, Lexie and Waddy. It's great to have life members there just supporting the club year in, year out, and they're a very good example of the people we have around our club. I'd like to welcome everybody to this evening, wherever you may be. We've got a few in the room, but it's certainly not like we're used to. So wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe and you enjoy watching the proceedings tonight. Tonight wouldn't have gone ahead without the assistance of Mr. Brian Doherty, former president of the club, a terrific stalwart around town with many community events. With the help of Steve and Danny on the cameras, we really appreciate you giving us your time and also the expertise. I can assure you behind the cameras here there's many cables, many machines, many computers, and it's just a fantastic effort to get this up so quick. So thank you very much to Brian and his crew. I'd like to start off by acknowledging our premier sponsor, Japara Homes, here in Merbanorth. They're a big employer in our town, and we truly appreciate the support that they've been giving us not only this year but in the past couple of years. And to our major sponsors, Ace Earthmoving and also Narellan Pools Gippsland, our major sponsors have been with us for a number of years, and they continue to support us in a significant way. To our other sponsors, they're far and wide. I think we have just about up to 60 sponsors across the club. We'll be acknowledging those sponsors in a video that you'll see later on, and I urge people to take the time to have a look at that, whether it's tonight or just have a look during the week, as you will be able to watch this event tonight, after tonight, because it'll be up on YouTube for a little while. I would like, Joe touched on it, I'll point over here for those that don't know. I'm pointing to the hosts. If you see me refer to them, they're to my left. We have number 1 ticket holder this year, Michael Watt. Watty, it was a great chance for us to acknowledge your efforts over so many years, and we couldn't have thought of a better person to have as our number 1 ticket holder, so thank you very much for your ongoing support.
Thanks, Steve.
I'm used to clapping after that, so... Thank you very much. This year we were able to bring on 2 new life members into the club, one being Luke Palmer. Luke got his 250th game up for reserves and seniors this year, a terrific stalwart, and it was great to be able to acknowledge Luke's effort with a ceremony on the day. Unfortunately, on that day we didn't have the correct medals, but we do have them now, so Luke, we'll get that medal to you as soon as we can. Also on that day we had Lexie Andrews, who is another 250 game player for netball and also a great volunteer around the club again this year with the op shop and just helping out on things like tonight. So Lexie, we asked her and she said, yep, no problems at all. I think that's how it went, wasn't it, Lexie? Pretty much. So really. With that, I'd like to actually ask Michael Watt if you would mind presenting Lexie with her actual medal, life membership medal. I think you can do it right there, thank you.
Bit of a drum roll, Steve.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I know, it's like...
This is television, isn't it?
I think so.
Well done, Lexie.
Well done, Lexie. Terrific. I'd just like to run through a couple more thank yous to the Walter J. Tuck Committee. Wayne Roberts and his crew do a wonderful job giving us facilities that we get to use week in, week out. And in particular, we'd like to acknowledge Steve Bickerton for his efforts in maintaining the ground. I don't mean to put down anyone that came before Steve, but the ground just looked fantastic. So well done to Bicco, a really, really great job. Also, thank you to the South Gippsland Shire Council for their continued support. Obviously, without the support of your Shire Council, you don't have the facilities we have. And we look forward to working with the South Gippsland Shire Council in the future for a few bits and pieces that we might talk about tonight, and also things we've already got going, such as lights and bits and pieces, and we very much look forward to working with them to improve our facilities. To the families, supporters, it's just terrific. Every year you turn up and you support in so many ways, volunteering, making scones, helping in the canteen, marking the ground. It's just such a big part of our club that the supporters and the families of our players come along and help us. So a huge thank you to you. Our past players, we've got a bit of a team together this year with Luke Snell, Carl Lowe and Waddy. we're looking to really do some work on our past players into the future and re-engage with the players that have come before us on the netball court and on the football ground. It's really important that we don't wait for things to come along that force us to come together. We think it's very important that we make an effort to get together at least once a year, and in the hope that we can rekindle some of those memories and have a look at what the future looks like and how maybe past players might be able to contribute to that future, whether it be volunteering, supporting or mentoring, whatever that looks like. So I really encourage anyone listening that is a past player, we really, really would like you to come back and just get involved with the club again, because it's a good place to be, it's good fun, and it continues to be that for a lot of people. I'm just going to go through a short number of people tonight that I'll personally thank, and then later on in the evening you'll see a credits film that will go through that will mark the contributions that people have made across the club this year, and I think it'll give you a good look or insight into how many people it takes to run a little football club. We are a minor league club, but I think we play above our weight. I think we do very well with the amount of people we have in town, and that's based on the people we have in the club, and that continues to be the case. And some of those people that I just will mention personally for me that have been of great support. Obviously Angie, my wife, I simply wouldn't be able to do this job without her continued support and the amount of work that she's done over a very long period of time. So Angie, thank you very much. To Andy Taylor, Andy's just always there to help. I don't think people know half of the jobs that he does, and he is just a wonderful support for whatever comes up. We've always got something a little bit rocky behind the scenes, but he's always there to support, and you do a great job, Andy, and thank you very much. Janine Alexander, another just a tireless worker for our club. Janine, your support, the effort you put in and the knowledge you bring to our club is really appreciated. It's a fantastic job from you. To Mick Bradley, who runs our junior club. Mick not only did his job around the junior club this year and the terrific committee that junior club does have at the moment, but he was also a great support to myself, I know to Joe. He was also a great support on those Friday afternoons when we just need to get maybe a scoreboard built or some seats fixed, little bits and pieces like that. So to Mick, with all your efforts and all your support this year, thank you very much. To our two directors, the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League directors in Joe Piper and Ebony Best, the amount of meetings they've had to go to in the past 2 years is substantial. I would expect probably around 30 meetings outside of the club. So the effort that takes and the emotional effort that takes as well is huge. So some are in person, some are in Zoom, some are phone calls. So to Joe and Ebony, an enormous effort through the last 2 years, and we thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. So as I said before, everyone else that we'd like to thank will be included in a credits during the evening. And I will just put a caveat on that. I'm sorry if we've missed anybody. If we've missed someone of significance, we'll certainly acknowledge you via Facebook and what other social media methods we have. Just a quick shout out to Heinzie Lowe, who had a bit of a mishap towards the end of the season. Heinzie's recovering well, and we just would like to know Heinz and his family that we're really thinking of you, Heinz, and glad that you're back on the mend and look forward to catching up with you very shortly. So shout out to Heinz. To the coaches and players, I think the last 2 years has been the hardest really on the coaches and players and the amount of effort that they've put in. The coaches especially have had to try and work around many different rules at different stages through the past 2 years, but at all times they've kept their head up. They've led as good as leaders can lead, I think. I'm not sure how some of those leaders are maybe going where they are now. They're probably not leading so well, but I just would like to acknowledge the effort that all of the coaches this year, right through our club, have put in keeping people together. And that's what football and netball's about, is keeping people together. So congratulations to the effort of the coaches, and to the players, a terrific effort as well. We finished this year in a very, very good position from a win-loss point of view. Only one team wasn't going to make the finals, but that team, the reserves, had a great effort in their own way. They had never short of players, a lot of young guys playing, so I would think that the results for our club right across the board were outstanding. So well done to all players and coaches. And in closing, I will be back a little bit for some brief parts, but in closing, I'd just like to wish everyone a very safe ending to this year. Hopefully, we're aiming to get together in the after COVID, or when we're able to get together to have a barbecue, maybe in a park somewhere, so we can all get together and see each other to round out the year. But I wish everyone the best, and I'm very much looking forward to the 2022 season where we can all get back together, get back on top of the ladders, see each other, and I wish everyone the best for the festive season as well. So thank you very much.
Well done.
Do you know, I'd just like to say something. We've just had some feedback already from some players sitting at home. Apparently, I'm looking really nervous. That's the comments we want to hear. So if you think there's something wrong with tonight, let us know, and we will try our hardest to improve on that. And we'll over to Joe.
Thank you very much, Lexie. Stephen Rogers, thank you very much, Stephen. It's been a pleasure, on behalf of everyone, to support you and the leadership that you brought to our club. So thank you. The process for this evening is, in short, a very reduced vote counting process because of the COVID restrictions and the lockdowns that we as a club and as a community in the state of Victoria. We began the year with 18 rounds of the final series planned. We finished the year with 11 rounds of football played, 1 bye and no finals. So what we're going to do in the course of this evening is that the under 15, the 15 and under netball and the 17 and under netballs, those votes have already been counted. The remaining netball, the senior netball, the under 18 football and the reserves and seniors, they have been counted to round 6, that is just before the bye, and then the final 5 rounds will be counted live tonight via a software process. So it'll move fairly quickly, and that's our aim, and we've got a few little trinkets along the way. We'll be cutting across to the Not the Front Bar crew sometime during the evening, about 3 or more times, and a few other things happening. We'll be drawing the raffle periodically, so as Lexie said, if you want a raffle ticket, I believe you've probably got about 20 minutes or so left before you can commit to that. $30 a ticket, $1,000 plus other prizes. Get in, let's help the club. So I'd like to introduce Robin Harris, fondly known as our club as Spud, and I'm allowed to say that because the shirt says that.
It does.
And Spud is going to take us through the 15 and under netball presentations. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Spud.
Cool. Thank you, Joe, very much. Firstly, I'd like to thank the club for having me as a coach this year. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with the under-15s, and we've had lots of fun and festivities along the way, so thank you to my team especially. One of the early thank yous we'd need to do is, firstly, I'd like to thank Pammy Pincini, who started the under-15 girls in the Twilight comp that they played at Maui. She'd done a great job, a wonderful job with this team, and we are so grateful for all her hard work and expertise. These girls were very lucky to be coached by the best, Pammy. So thanks, Pammy, for that one. Then to Jodie and Eb, thank you for all your work organising our trainings, and your skill sessions have worked wonders for our girls. They learnt so much this season, even including myself. I can say you never stop learning new tricks and new things, so thanks again, guys. To the under-17 team that we trained with, thank you for setting the bar so high and challenging us all year. Also the practice you have shown, and you've been very patient while we've learned new skills and new drills, so thanks to the under-17 team. To my team of legends, which is Rach, Danny and KP, we've all worked together to get the best out of our girls this year. We started off with a group of, if I can say, pretty raw talent, and we've been demanding on them, we've encouraged them, and we've supported where it was needed to, and we've thoroughly enjoyed watching these girls turn into the players that they've become so far this season. So I thank you to the under-15 team for their commitment to us. I have loved coaching these girls. This team is sort of why I do what I do. So thank you for the trust that you've put in me, and when I've asked you to do something and you weren't sure, you never questioned me, you just gave your 100%. We had some fun times, we had some great wins, we had some very sad losses, but in the end we ended up making the top 6, so we can walk away from this season feeling very proud of yourselves, knowing that you would have made finals, or we did make finals if they had been played. I hope you've enjoyed your season at the Tigers, and I hope you stick around, all of yous, for the season 2022. All I ask, and I hope that I've taught you at least one thing in your netball journey. So on to our award winners. We're going to, not that you can see it, but it's here. We're going to start with the Players Player. This award is picked by your team members. The winner of the trophy or medal this year is to one of our younger players. She has a lot of spunk on the court. She's pretty good. She's never says die. Like she has a, what do you say? She has a great tenacity on the court and works really, really hard. And that is a big congratulations to Indy Eden. So well done, Indy, and we'll get you this prize to you as soon as we can. Here we go. Now, our next one, this one is an award donated by, oh, not donated, I mean awarded by the Coaches Award. Now, this was selected by Rach, myself and Danny. We all had a little bit to say when it come to this one. So the winner of this trophy is a player that we asked to do a lot of different jobs all season. The poor little thing, I don't think she knew what she was doing, but anyway, we worked on it. We asked her to step up into positions she had never played before on a number of occasions, not just one or two. She gave it her all. She never asked any questions why we were doing what we were doing, and she put the team first at all times. She's a tough little player, and she played her role well. And that's congratulations to Savannah Lerner. We're actually really grateful for all that she did for the team. So well done, Savannah, on that one. And our runner-up trophy for this year. The winner of this trophy is a very quiet achiever. She goes about her role without any fuss. She's a great goalie, and she played a lot of different positions as well across the season. And congratulations goes to Shayla Johnson. So well done, Shayla. We're running through these very fast, sorry. I don't know if but anyway, now the last one, but never the least, this is our Best and Fairest Award. It goes to one of our younger players again. She will become a great netballer, this girl. I have a lot of faith in her, and I look forward in years to come back and find out of all her great achievements. All season, our goal was to try and make her the smiling assassin. She's worked hard in defence all year. And she's just a workhorse. She just never stops. It's really good. The Best and Fairest this season goes to Tyler Peters. Woo! So congratulations, Tyler Peters. And that's me done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Spud.
Cheers.
I just asked Lexie to read out the award donors tonight.
No problem. So just before I do that, even though Spud's just about to walk out, I just wanted to say on behalf of the club, we just want to thank Spud and her family for all their efforts over the years. We're really actually sad that we're going to be losing Spud. She's moving at the end of the year, so we just want to wish her and her family all the best for the future, and you've always got a home back with our club, so
absolutely. Well done, Robin.
So I just want to acknowledge all of our sponsors for the trophy. Our Best and Fairest was by Macca and Tamsa McCormack. Runners-up Best and Fairest was from Angie and Steve Rogers. The coaches was Paula Calafuri, and the Players Player was LV Airframes and Welding. And just as we all know, without these guys, we wouldn't have the support and be able to purchase these trophies, so thanks again. And now I'm going to hand it over to Jodie Pinsini.
Yes, Jodie's going to take us through the 17 and under. You've lost your podium.
I have.
Okay. Jodie, are you ready to go whenever you are?
All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Lexie. Yeah, I think maybe the Facebook people have hit the nail on the head in terms of how nervous we all are tonight. So thanks, Joe, for saying, 99% chance that we're going to muck something up. It's very disconcerting seeing yourself on TVs and things, but yeah, thanks to the guys that have set all this up tonight. So, so my name's Jodie Pincini. I'm the under-17 netball coach. Our girls had an amazing season this year. We ended up undefeated, and the girls are actually undefeated for 2 seasons in a row, which is a pretty impressive effort. Very proud of my girls. There was one other undefeated team in the under-17s, which was Morwell East, and we were due to play them the last round, and it would have been a cracker of a match, but unfortunately we didn't get to play them. We were second on the ladder before the last game, and our girls knew they had to win by 40 points or more to become the minor premiers, and they did that. So it was a very big effort in that last game, and was just very happy that they ended up minor premiers. So congratulations, girls. So to my thank yous, I was lucky enough to have Ebony Best as my team manager this year. Eb helped out with my trainings, obviously on match day. She did our stats and was just amazing support to me on and off the court. So yeah, big thanks to Ebony. So when you come through, there's some gifts there. Please take them with you. My second thank you goes to Pammy, my mum. Mum did our going stats this year. It's interesting, I completely forgot about Mum running the under-15s for Spud at the start of the season. That's the thing about Mum, she just does all this stuff in the background and you don't sort of realise what she's doing. And I realised today that it was 10 years ago that Mum and I started the Net Set Go in town. Spud sent me some YouTube clips today when these same girls that I've just coached in under-17s were 4, 5 and 6-year-olds at Net Set Go, and that was such a great program because now those girls have come through and were undefeated all year. So it's just a big thanks to Mum. Throughout those 10 years, her and I have coached these girls on and off every year, and it's a little bit sad now that they're moving on and won't be juniors anymore and we won't get to coach them, but it's been a real privilege. So thanks, Mum, for your support. Also, a big thank you to Poppy Maxwell. Poppy was our filmer this season. She'd play her under-15 match and then she'd come back and film for our girls, which meant that we could review the games and provide some really good feedback. So thanks, Poppy, for giving up your time for filming. Also to Spud, thank you for your support at training, Spuddy, and also to Jessie Holland, who at the end of the season came along and did a couple of specialist type team times with our team. So thanks, Jessie. So my girls are actually at the pub having dinner tonight. We got in early and booked a table, so they're all down there. It's a big shout out to the girls. I've asked them to send through some photos and comments on Facebook, which I'm sure they won't do, but I'll make sure when I get back there we do that. So in terms of our awards, so the Players Player, which is the award that all the other girls vote for the other player that either supported them or did something special in the game. It rarely is it the best player on the court, it's just someone that encourages you. And I really like this award. So this season, our Players Player Award goes to Jacoby Eden. Jacoby has a great netball brain. She's very encouraging to her team on and off the support, and most importantly she shares her netball knowledge, especially with the young girls or younger girls coming through. So yeah, I was really pleased, and congratulations, Jacoby. Our coaches, or my coaches award this season goes to Ella Snell. Ella has made incredible development over, especially this last season. She's grown about a foot, I think, in the last year, and she's able to use her height to affect so many intercepts, and she's reading the play amazing, and she's just come a long way. But I think most importantly, she's just a real joy to be around. At training, match day, Ella, you just put a smile on everyone's face. So congratulations to you for Coaches Award. Runners-up, best and fairest. So runners-up, best and fairest this year, congratulations goes to Flynn, Burgess Pincini, well done. Flynn, you have an incredible work rate on the court. I just love watching you play. You have a very in-depth understanding and knowledge of the plays and structures that we run, which means you can really have this ability to instruct on court. So it's just been great coaching you for the last 10 years, and maybe I won't get to coach you again. I didn't realise that last game when it happened, that's the way, but so congratulations, Flynn, for runners-up, best and fairest. So this season, our best and fairest award goes to Tani Bartlett. Tani, congratulations. You've had a really amazing season. Your game has just sort of gone to the next level. You've developed this ability to read the play. You just know where the ball is going and being able to just intercept everywhere. I'm sure the opposition would just hate playing against you because you're just always able to get in their way and niggle away, and you just got your hands to everything. So well done, Tani. Congratulations. So finally, I just wanted to mention we have 4 girls that are no longer in juniors, so this is their last year in juniors. So just wanted to mention, and I've coached these girls throughout the whole time, so it's a little bit emotional for me. But so congratulations and all the best to Lily Maxwell, Alice Snell, Flynn, Burgess Pincini, and a special mention because she's moving away is Meg Harris. So Meg, it's just been amazing watching your journey over the last 10 years and wish you all the best in WA, and I hope to come and maybe watch you over there one day. So thanks very much, and back to you, Joe.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jodie, and Lexie is going to quickly read out the award donors.
All right, so we've got Angie and Steve Rogers, who did the best and fairest. Runners-up, Kathy and Brian Turner from LV Airframes and Welding, Paul Smith Builders. Players player was Belinda and Bobby Porter, and the Miners Premier Medal was Pincini Burgess. But I just wanted to congratulate Tyler and Tani. It's really exciting to see these girls coming up, and I can't wait to actually probably get to play with them one day, so congratulations, girls. And yeah, the 1700s were minor premiers, so well done, girls. I'm sure you would have actually taken home the flag this year if we had had the chance, but maybe next year. And over to you, Joe.
Well, before Joe, I'll just read out a couple of messages on Facebook. For a start, the netballs are up at the brewery. I took a photo. Stacey sent that. From Janet Tower Bradley, Sexy Beasts, yes, obviously. Mick Bradley, loved the Tigers dress Lexie, absolutely. And we've got Janet again, Go Indy, on Indy with her award in the under-15s. Mick Bradley, woohoo, well done Indy. And also Janet Bradley, again, well done Tyler Peters, mum, psycho tendencies coming your way. Absolutely, if we all know her mum. Yes,
Michael,
rightio, Joseph.
Michael, we just, before someone sues us, tell us a little bit about the raffle. How are we going?
Well, we're down to, we've sold 71 tickets. It's 100 tickets. I've had a few, yeah, so when's the first ticket being drawn?
We got, by my reckoning, we've probably got
20 minutes.
About half an hour max.
So please get in, $30 a ticket. We'll work out how you can pay for it later. $30 a ticket for...
Get on Facebook, just give us your name and say I want a ticket.
Let me know, I'll put your name down, and first prize $1,000, can't go wrong. Second prize $300, third prize $200. Cannot go wrong, people.
Okay.
Right, Joseph, back to you.
Thank you very much. It's now time to shift gear from netball to football, and I'd like to introduce, or the next award presentations will be to our under-18. Our under-18s also finished minor premiers. Again, unfortunate, like the under-17 netballers, never had a chance to demonstrate their strength on grand final day, but certainly we're proud of our juniors, and it just shows the strength of our club when our juniors and our feeders to our premier senior teams are in themselves minor premiers. So I'd like to introduce you to Link Oddie. Link is the coach. He's first year coach in the under-18s football.
And the round.
And we're going to do the vote count. Well, Link, you just stay prepared for a minute, mate. Okay, just hang on. That's number one stuff up, Waddy. Okay.
It was number one for Joe.
Yeah, okay.
Not
so here we
for us two.
go. Just check me running sheet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the vote count now, and the vote count will be done upstairs. Take it away, Brian.
And you're calling the vote.
And you're calling the votes.
Geez, that wasn't in me running sheet either. Okay, here we go. We're starting around 8.
Round 7.
Round 7, excuse me.
It was a
Okay.
bye.
Yanar versus Merbanorth. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. This is fantastic. Here we go.
That's the seniors.
Yanar versus Merbanorth. 1 vote, Jesse Chiller. 2 votes, Jack Cooper. 3 votes, Daniel Powell. 4 votes, Ian Lynn. 5 votes, Harrison Mahoney. Merbanorth versus Yanar, second vote card. 1 vote, Ian Lynn. 2 votes, Jack Cooper. 3 votes, Daniel Powell. 4 votes, Ethan Woodall. 5 votes, Harrison Mahoney. Third vote card. 1 vote, Jack Cooper. 2 votes, Daniel Powell. 3 votes, Ian Lynn. 4 votes, Harrison Mahoney. 5 votes, Ethan Woodall. Merbanorth versus Fish Crete, first vote card. 1 vote, Ian Lynn. 2 votes, Bo Peters. 3 votes, William Jacker. 4 votes, Nicholas Comordo. 5 votes, Ethan Woodall. Second vote card. 1 vote, Daniel Powell. 2 votes, William Jacker. 3 votes, Harrison Mahoney. 4 votes, Ethan Woodall. 5 votes, Bo Peters. Merbanorth versus Fish Creek, third vote.
Do you want to do a leaderboard?
Now, hold on a minute. 1 vote, William Lewis. 2 votes, Daniel Powell. 3 votes, William Jacker. 4 votes, Ethan Woodall. 5 votes, Bo Peters. So the leaderboard at this stage, we have Bo Peters on 50 votes, Daniel Powell, 43, Harrison Mahoney, 39, Nicholas Comordo, 32, Ethan Woodall, 26, and Bo, Jed, Max follow. So it's pretty close up the top, considering there is 15 votes available for every round. So I'll now move to the next round, round 9 of 12. Merbanorth versus MDU. 1 vote, Ian Lynn. 2 votes, Jesse Chiller. 3 votes, Bo Peters. 4 votes, Harrison Mahoney. 5 votes, Daniel Powell. Second vote card, Ethan Woodall. 1 vote. Bo Peters, 2 votes. Jesse Chiller, 3 votes. Harrison Mahoney, 4 votes. Daniel Powell, 5 votes. MDU versus Merbanorth, third card. Bo Kratzak, 1 vote. Jesse Chiller, 2 votes. Daniel Powell, 3 votes. Harrison Mahoney, 4 votes. Bo Peters, 5 votes. I'll go to the next round. Round 10. Merbanorth versus Foster, Tura combined. Card 1. Nicholas Comordo, 1 vote. Ian Lynn, 2 votes. Bo Peters, 3 votes. Ethan Woodall, 4 votes. Daniel Powell, 5 votes. Merbanorth versus Foster Tura. Second card. Jack Cooper, 1 vote. Kane Line, 2 votes. Ethan Woodall, 3 votes. Jed Flemingham, 4 votes. Daniel Powell, 5 votes. Merbanorth versus Foster Tura, third card. Kane Line, 1 vote. Ethan Woodall, 2 votes. Jack Cooper, 3 votes. Jed Flemingham, 4 votes. Daniel Powell, 5 votes. We'll go to leaders board after 10 of 12. And we see that Daniel Powell is 71 votes. Bo Peters 63, Harrison 51, Ethan 36 and Nicholas 33. So Daniel and Bo and Harrison really in the last 2 rounds I think will fight this out. I'll now go to round 11, Fish Crete versus Merbanorth. First card, Harrison Revel Gent, 1 vote. Bo Peters, 2 votes. Nicholas Komodo, 3 votes. Daniel Powell, 4 votes. William Jacker, 5 votes. Fish Creek versus Merbanorth, second card. Bo Peters, 1 vote. Nicholas Komodo, 2 votes. William Lewis, 3 votes. Daniel Powell, 4 votes. William Jacker, 5 votes. Fish Creek versus Merbanorth, third card. Reed Melbourne, 1 vote. Ian Lynn, 2 votes. Daniel Powell, 3 votes. Bo Peters, 4 votes. And William Jacker, 5 votes. So with 1 round to go, let's have a look at the leaders board. Waddy, you might want to comment on this. You've done a bit of time keeping up there.
Yes, Joe, we've got, what's Daniel Powell on?
82.
82. Bo on 70. Harrison on, I've just lost it. Harrison was on 50, yeah. Not much in it, but yes. Absolutely. Here we go. Nick Komodo on 38, Ethan Woodall 36. We're definitely between Daniel Powell and Bo Peters.
Okay, with 1 round to go, 15 votes available. Here we go. Merbanorth versus Foster Tura combined, first card. Harrison Mahoney, 1 vote. Harrison Revel Gent, 2 votes. Bo Peters, 3 votes. Ethan Woodall, 4 votes. And Ian Lynn, 5 votes. Merbanorth versus Foster Tura, second card. Bo Peters, 1 vote. Harrison Mahoney, 2 votes. Nicholas Komodo, 3 votes. Jack Cooper, 4 votes. Ethan Woodall, 5 votes. And the last card of the season, Merbanorth versus Foster Tura, third card, Nicholas Komodo, 1 vote. Ian Lynn, 2 votes. Bo Peters, 3 votes. Jack Cooper, 4 votes. And Ethan Woodall, 5 votes. I have pleasure in declaring the 2001 thirds best and fairest to be Daniel Powell on 82 votes. I'm going to move straight across now to Link Oddie. Coach, Link, was that a surprise to you or pretty well think it's on the money?
Oh, if I had to put money on it, I reckon I would have been able to pick the top 5 before it happened. It was pretty close up top, but yeah, it was definitely a surprise. It was a pretty close count, but yeah, Daniel Powell was very consistent all year. Bo Peters not far behind. Yeah, definitely a good year. Plenty of good talent. Yeah, definitely all had a good year. So,
all right, Link, I'll leave it to you to take over and do the appropriate presentations.
That's it. Yeah, so runners up this year, obviously Bo Peters definitely had a good year. Obviously got asked to play a few senior games, turned down the opportunity, but you know I'm sure he'll be playing plenty of senior football later on in his career. Yeah, very versatile player. Yeah, was very valuable to us this year. So runners up this year for thirds best and fairest goes to Bo Peters. Next award, most consistent. Yeah, you know what this guy's going to give every day. On game day, he goes hard at the footy. He's a good player, good in the wet, good in the dry. Yeah, gives 110%. So most consistent this year goes to Nick Camordo. Next award's most determined. You know, this flows through game day, off the field, on the field, through training. Pretty obvious, this one. This is nearly a no-brainer to me. Most determined this year goes to Harrison Mahoney. Yeah, you know, he was one of our captains this year with Bo Peters. You know, really took it in his stride this year, and yeah, you know, not much to say. He played a lot of senior footy. Yeah, and plenty of senior games to come. So most determined this year goes to Harrison Mahoney. Most valuable player is the next award. We had plenty of good top age talent coming in this year. Plenty of senior players, but this guy, he played plenty of senior footy this year, and you know, wasn't just scraping into the bottom 3 or 4. Got in the best a couple of times in the seniors, and then you know, when we played in thirds, you know, he added so much talent and so much skill to our team. So most valuable player this year goes to Ethan Woodall. And then last of all, obviously you've just heard the vote count, but yeah, this guy, you know, got a permit this year, only misses out on the thirds by a few days or something. Was lovely having him on our team. You know, he's one of the better footballers I've seen playing thirds. Had a great year, just good every day, every week. Yeah, so thirds best and first this year goes to Daniel Powell.
Yeah, well done.
Just got a few thank yous today from my notes. So obviously I had a lot of help this year. You know, obviously my first year coaching thirds. I'm only a few years out of thirds myself. You know, it was a bit of a challenge for me. I got presented the opportunity and I was like, you know what, why not go for it? I had an awesome year. You know, game days, there's not much that beats it. You know, it's bloody good fun. You know, you're in the rooms before the game and everyone's getting pumped up, and you know, obviously we had a really fantastic year. We only dropped one game for the whole year. It's a bit hard. We had obviously senior players out. You know, and other teams did too. But you know, I thought if we had played the grand final or went into finals, you know, I really think we would have had a good chance at winning it. Or yeah. So just like to give my thanks to my old man Jack Oddie for being the assistant coach, helping on the bench. Probably didn't help as much as I wanted, but you know, we'll let that slide. He was good there. You know, if I was ever in a little bit of a pickle with bench rotations or something, he'd definitely help me out there. Beck Woodall for team manager. You know, I was talking to I can't remember who did Thursday, but you Waddy or Damo or yeah Waddy. You know, and he said, you know, get Beck Woodall. She's obviously you know, she knows what she's doing. She's done it before. Yeah, she was tremendous this year with helping me out. Yeah, you know, she was a little bit stressed out at all the games and stuff. She's like, oh, have I done this right? Have I done this right? But, you know, she was awesome. She was fantastic. She helped me out a lot. And then her partner, Dave Woody, for doing the running. Probably not too bad for him, bit of exercise. But, no, he was good, giving out tips to the players and stuff. So, yeah, it was much appreciated when he could do it. Steve Gent, Harry Gent's old man, for doing the training. Helped a lot of our boys out with injuries and stuff, or you know, massages or whatever. Don't know why they need massages. They're in under 18s. They shouldn't be doing any muscles, but we'll let that slide. John Powell, Powell's old man. Powell obviously took out the BNF, and Powell was doing the goal scoring. You know, we appreciate that. You've got to have goal umpires to do the job. Sue Cooper for taking some good photos. Posted them to Facebook. You know, that was one of my favourite things when I was playing thirds. You know, you play your game day and you're like, oh, I played pretty good. You check the photos on the weekend, you got a few photos of yourself, it's good. So, you know, I've seen a few profile pictures of the boys with some of Sue's photos up there, so thank her for that. Matt Snell for helping with our footy training. So obviously we've got the 18s and the 15s this year. it's a bit different to what we used to, and there is a little bit of an age gap between the 18s and the 15s, but, when we could on a Thursday night, we'd have a little practice match or some trainings, and we'd help each other out with drills, and, it was much appreciated. Snelly was really good this year for us, so thank you for that. And then, obviously, last of all, to the players, I had a fantastic year coaching. I really enjoyed it. Couldn't ask for much of a better group of kids, and, obviously I'm spewing that we couldn't play the grand final, but, it's a good bunch of kids, and I hope everyone, continues to play thirds, seniors, reserves, whatever you want. I'm really proud of the boys, and, thanks for making my job a lot easier. There was no dramas, and I really enjoyed it. So, just last thanks to all the players that played for us.
Well done, Link. Thank you very much. Thanks, Link, for taking us through that, and congratulations in your first year of coaching. And to be minor premiers is an outstanding effort. Waddy, how are we going with the kickback?
We have had a few from the juniors, a few snide remarks also, I'll let you know. One from, Steve Jen, congratulations, Powie, well done. Kylie Peters says, Lexie Andrews, Tyler and Indy said no chance of playing with you as you'll be 60 by that time. Lexie's response was, they would be lucky to play with me. Bloody oath. Yes, we've got a few tickets coming in. We're up to ticket number 79. Also, we have Maddie Knowles. Congratulations, Bo and Tyler. Kathy Peters. Kathy and Gary were great members of the club for a long time. They're over in the other side of WA. Woohoo, go Peters crew. And Janet Bradley says Kathy Peters just a little biased there. So also keep them coming in. We need a bit of feedback, bit of fun, and also there's still a few tickets left for the raffle. Thanks, Joe.
All right, before I forget, and don't worry, I've got Jess Holland messaging me saying don't forget about the sponsors, which I won't. I just want to acknowledge the third sponsors for the trophies. Best and fairest was Joel and Bev Piper. Runners-up was Shane Diet. Most consistent, Michael Watt. MVP, Jared Speed. Most determined, Andy and Leanne Taylor. And minor premiers medal was ProLex Solutions, Matt and Jess Holland. So thank you to all of you.
Thanks very much, Lexie. Thanks, Waddy. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes before the first draw of the raffle, ladies and gentlemen. So please get on to the Facebook. Just log your name in for a ticket. $30 a ticket. The club appreciates all the assistance this year with only 5 home games, I can assure you. One of the most important parts of every presentation night is hearing from both our football captain as well as A-grade netball captain. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce everyone, Damo Turner and Emily Lowe, and I'll take it over to you guys to go through all the things you need to do.
Thanks,
Joe.
Thanks, Joey. So we'll just run through everyone who made this club tick all year, right back to the things you won't even realise that happened. Okay, so start from the top. Steve, Angie, Andy, Janine, and the rest of your committee. Every year's a huge year, but chuck a bit of COVID in there and it's chaos, isn't it? So thank you to you guys. Add another one to that. Joe, Ebony, I don't know if Ebony's in the house right now, but you guys attended a bunch of club league meetings representing the club, and you probably got a bit of pepper on the side, did you not?
That's all right,
but you guys are huge for the club and representing us, and that was fantastic. So thank you very much to those guys. We'll keep that rolling into our coaches. On behalf of myself and Lukey as the twos captain, Josh, Brent and Ben on the football side were fantastic. Ebony and her whole crew. To coach a club or a bunch of people was a huge job, but to do it with COVID as well and keep people motivated and keep the thing rolling, especially on-off, was pretty hard work. So we appreciate all your work. Yeah.
A big thank you to our trainers, Nat, Sam, Kat, Jacinta, Kylie, Danny, Margie, Belinda, Talia and Kerry. Without you, a lot of us wouldn't be able to take the court or the field, so a big thank you.
Canteen, Susan, to get here at Sparrows, Joey, and start the cookers, do all the work, be here till stumps. Fantastic effort. We really appreciate, and that was one of the jobs that you don't really see that happens, but it just happens, wasn't it? So thanks to the canteen crew.
Our umpires, all field, boundary and goal umpires, thank you.
Team managers, I think, is a big one, and this is netball and footy. You guys do all the paperwork behind the scenes, score sheets, team sheets, everything that we don't really probably see, but you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you to the girls that filmed our games and took stats. Thursday night dinners, Susan and helpers, and also the players that came and did the dishes each week. Thank you to Mel and Kat for organising all the donations for the awards on Saturday, and thank you to Jessie for organising our trophies tonight.
Bear with me. The bar, Mick and his crew. So we, Mick, Bobby, Belinda, Daryl, Stevie, I saw behind there. Everyone else, Dottie, you know, you guys are awesome. You're there. It was Thursdays or Saturday night late. You keep us ticking, and it's a great income for the club, so thank you. Oh, that's me again. Give them a clap, because I stuffed up. And rolling on that, we're talking about early starts. Everyone who was here at 6:30 in the morning or 11:30 at night, setting the whole place up, whether it's from the oval marking lines or setting up canteens, bars, committee people, anything. It's a lot that goes into a day of footy, so thank you for home gamers.
Merbanorth for being our matchday secretary and doing all the scoring sheets and votes each week. Dana and Annie for taking all our wonderful photos, and all the netball players for scoring and being matchday coordinator.
Is that me? Fitness.
Do you need to borrow my glasses?
No, don't worry about us. It's all good. Sorry. Moving on. And lastly is our families, our grandparents, uncles, aunties, anyone who would babysit, support, volunteer, help the club out. We can't thank you enough, because we get to do what we love, whether we play, coach, umpire, whatever. There might be someone who helps out to look after someone's child or a family member, and if we couldn't do it for you guys, we couldn't do what we love each Saturday, and hopefully moving into 2022 we can have a serious crack at winning some premierships and get a full season in.
Well, I think the full season, Damien, is what we're really after, and to you and Emily, thank you very much for your work tonight. Is there anything further you want to say?
No, that's it.
No, but I think equally, Damien, just before you get off the stage, from everyone at the club to you two both, it's when people are asked to be club captains, both in football and netball, it's something that we don't do lightly, and your effort and leadership to our club in what's been a difficult couple of years, I think it's just been fantastic. Thanks, so welcome to you, and I'd just add too, not often you get surprised being involved in footy club for so many decades, but today I got a knock on my back door, and I just finished doing some work, and there was Damien Turner and Luke Javasi with a thank you gift as they're going around to all the football committee people, thanking them prior to tonight, and I'm sure the netball, Emily, has also been around the traps today, so I think that's a wonderful effort of both of you and a great leadership of our club, so thank you very much.
Thanks.
Now, Lexie, we're going to have a little bit of a shift in schedule, are we?
Yeah, we are. So we've decided to push out the reverse draw to the end. We have got 19 tickets left, so ideally we would love to get all 19 tickets sold. So if you're at the pub with the boys or at the brew with the girls, dig deep, and every dollar counts. So jump on and buy some more tickets.
$30 to win 1,000.
Yeah, that would be great.
Joseph.
So
that's better than the TAB today.
I don't great. So.
Few more comments, Joe.
Yes, go.
I'll read them out. Steve Gent, well done, Link. Great first-year coach. Looking forward to the next season. Mick Bradley, our under-15s president, who's done a fantastic job. What I've seen Mick and the boys changing games every week to suit. Mick says, well done, young men. You all should be very proud of yourselves. A fantastic year. A pity you couldn't play a final series. The club has a very bright future with players like these thirds coming through the ranks. Look forward to seeing you guys around the club in the future. Absolutely. Now, this is one from the lovely Bev Piper. Joe, your dinner's in the microwave. No. Enjoy presentation night 2021 at home in Giles Street. We are blessed to have such talented and generous people in our football community. We can make this live stream, and Joe, you look lovely. From Beverly, of course. And Stacey's put on the details for how you pay for your ticket up there as well. And yes, that's it. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to just lighten up a little bit here now, just a change of pace. And we were going to call this next segment the front bar, but we've decided that we couldn't afford the legal action. So we're going to take it across now to not the front bar. Take it away.
Woo!
It's all yours, Mick.
Yes, I've got Paul Craig here with me. He's been representing the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League for us. So I've got just one question for you, Paul. The last 2 years have been somewhat interrupted with COVID and everything. What has the league been doing behind the scenes to move the league along? Nothing. Okay, that's short and sweet. Good, thank you. No, seriously. Is it working now? I don't know. Do I have to do that again? You're joking. Answer, Paul.
It's been a challenging 2 years for the league, and the league is the clubs, so all the clubs make up the league, and we just want to acknowledge the clubs for all the hard work they've done. As a league, we've come together, netball and football, so we're now the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League, and it's wonderful that netball and football are in the same league working together to put on a great competition. And also, we've absorbed the clubs from Alberton, former Alberton. And that was a very difficult thing to do, but it was the right thing to do as a league, because, as we know, football and netball clubs are often the beating heart of small country towns. And if we'd left the Alberton clubs out, they would have probably withered on the vine, having a competition of only 6. So it's a credit to the league that we embrace them, and new rivalries are starting, and it's great to see that we've got the Owen Spud Harris Cup with MDU. We've had a great competition. They've brought new blood into our league, and we can look forward to next year, and hopefully we have a full year of a great competition and with really good people. And our league, as Joe touched on, is great because of the people that make it up, and also for the young people. Without a football netball club, what would they do? So I just encourage us all to stay together, look forward to next year, but also to celebrate this year the achievements that have been made, clubs sticking together, surviving in very difficult times. Thanks.
Well said there, Paul. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you very much, Michael, and great interviewing technique. I noticed there's a few little gnomes on the counter hanging over with their feet. Usually that's Lockie and Didy doing that. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our D-grade netball presentations. Connie Lair is going to be doing the coaching side of it, following the votes. And Stacey Harris is going to read out the votes. Now that I've got my sheet in order, I know that. So, Brian, if you're ready, we're going to go directly to the vote count now. Stacey, when you're ready, take it away.
Okay. Round 8, Merbanorth versus Thorpdale. 1 vote, Emily Robertson. 2 votes, Jodie Pincini. 3 votes, Connie Lair. 1 vote, Janet Bradley. 2 votes, Sydney Blackshaw. 3 votes, Jodie Pincini. Round 9, Merbanorth versus Stoney Creek. 1 vote, Maurice Oakley. 2 votes, Connie Leah. 3 votes, Emily Robertson. 1 vote, Dana Eves. 2 votes, Jodie Pincini. 3 votes, Connie Leah. Round 10, Merbanorth versus Foster. 1 vote, Dana Eves. 2 votes, Maurice Oakley. 3 votes, Connie Leah. 1 vote, Emily Robertson. 2 votes, Janet Bradley. 3 votes, Connie Leah. Round 11, Tarwan versus Merbanorth. 1 vote, Maurice Oakley. 2 votes, Janet Bradley. 3 votes, Connie Leah. 1 vote, Dana Eves. 2 votes, Maurice Oakley. 3 votes, Connie Leah. Round 12, Tura versus Merbanorth. 1 vote, Dana Eves. 2 votes, Maurice Oakley. 3 votes, Janet Bradley. 1 vote, Maurice Oakley. 2 votes, Stacey Harridge. 3 votes, Janet Bradley.
And that's the end of the votes. That was marvellously quick.
All right, so let's look at the leaderboard. Our best and fairest is Janet Bradley on 29 and Connie Leah is runners-up. Well done, girls. So we're just going to hand it over to the D-grade coach, Connie Leah.
Well done, Connie.
Thank you.
Yep.
So our best and fairest in Janet. She always gave her knowledge to help the team be really successful this season. She played really hard and she was really reliable and she was a very influential player. Her intercepts were her strength and her ability to read the play was such good watching. It was great hearing her cheer all the team on down the court, and I was relieved to catch one of her slick passes straight into the goals with her really good vision being so spot on. So congratulations to Janet. She did an awesome effort this season. My coach's award this season goes to Maurice. She always attended trainings and she was very focused on listening and applying herself every game. Her impressive ability to get intercept after intercept, and I'm not sure she realised how good she actually is, but she has very impressive ability to get, so she just reads the play so well, and it actually astounds me how amazing she is to watch. She improved immensely over the season, and she even tried a new position in wing defence, which she really thrived in. Maurice, thanks for making coaching you this season. And she was always encouraging and cheered us attackers on from the other end. Your voice was uplifting and positive, so well done.
And the other 2 awards for the D-grade team I'll present. So Connie obviously was the runner-up best and fairest, and Connie also was awarded the Players Player Award. So that's a really great award to win because it's something that's voted by the players and your peers. So that's a really great achievement. So congratulations on a great season.
Thanks.
It was a really difficult season for everyone with stopping and starting and lots of injuries and all sorts of things. So well done. Great effort.
Thanks, Stacey.
All right.
Connie's just got some thank yous.
Yeah, so obviously this was my first season coaching, so I'd just like to thank our team on such a great season. Finishing 4th, it's something to be really proud of, and all our efforts every week didn't really go unnoticed. We had a couple of injuries early on, so I'd like to actually, which changed our team a fair bit, so I'd like to thank Melinda Fleming and Jodie for playing, which helped us be so successful this season. Stacey actually joined our team later on in the season and helped with our success. I hope all you girls enjoyed playing, and I have no doubt we'd have had some real nail-biters coming into the finals. It was really exciting to be a part of. To our team captain in Robbo, we were lucky to have someone that was always helping me behind the scenes with decisions that I had to make, late night phone calls, and just someone to bounce ideas off. You were someone I could rely on, and the team benefited having you as our captain. To our team manager in Spud, thanks for doing the team sheets and helping me every week. I'm thankful to you and for your help and your time and even uploading all the videos, which I really didn't want to do, so thank you. Katrina for helping and teaching Spud the stats, so that was another job that didn't need to be done. To Meg for for filming all our videos every week. That was really fun to watch back. There was T and Bella who helped our team every week and even helped with the stats. It takes a lot of people to bring all this together every week, and I had a lot of guidance and help from Ebony, who I learnt a lot from this season. She gave up a lot of time to make sure I was confident in trainings and all the write-ups. Nat and Sam for assisting in group trainings and ideas each week. Thank you. And that's pretty much it. So thanks to all the girls, and I hope you all come back next season and take it all the way to the finals. And thanks for making my first year as a coach something I was really memorable of. Thank you.
Well done. Well done, Connie.
Just want to congratulate Connie and Janet on a ripper season. It's been a tough one. I also want to just acknowledge our sponsors for the trophies for D grade. We had Best and Fairest, Joe and Bev Piper. Runners-up, Belinda and Bobby Porter. Coaches with Janine Alexander, and players player was Connie Leah. Well done, girls, to a really good season. All right, so we are straight into C grade. So I just want to welcome Nat and Connie back on. Not Nat and Connie. Nat and Stacey back on stage.
It's good to note that our D grade finished fourth on the ladder, and you know we're talking about getting all set for finals. We got the rug pulled out of us, but they finished fourth, and this team, our C grade, finished third on the ladder. So well done to you all.
Take it away.
Take it away, Stacey. And Stacey, I'm wondering, not saying you're a bit quick on D grade.
Slow it down a bit.
Maybe if we go to leaders board at the start,
Okay.
and then a couple of times you call the leaders board. Is that all right?
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
So to the leaders board, thanks.
All right, so clear winner is so far is Kat Smith on 29 and Erin Alga on 9, with Kylie Peters also on 9. So we'll take it back to Stacey.
Take it away, round 9.
Thank you.
Red
Round 8, Merbanorth versus Thorpdale. 1 vote, Tani Bartlett. 2 votes, Kylie Peters. 3 votes, Kat Smith. 1 vote, Nat Rayson. 2 votes, Jacoby Eden. 3 votes, Kat Smith. Round 9, Merbanorth versus Stoney Creek. 1 vote, Erin Alga. 2 votes, Gemma McCormack. 3 votes, Nat Rayson. 1 vote, Gemma McCormack. 2 votes, Erin Alga. 3 votes, Nat Rayson. Would you like to have a quick look at the leaders board there, Joe?
I feel like you better, otherwise Joe might have a little hissy fit.
Shoot for it, Lexie.
All right, so we still have Kat Smith on the leaderboard with 35 and Erin Alga on 12 and Kylie on 11. So we'll take it back to Stacey for round 10.
So we're looking very close for runners-up. Round 10, Merbanorth versus Foster. 1 vote, Gemma McCormack. 2 votes, Tani Bartlett. 3 votes, Indy Sanders. 1 vote, Nat Rayson. 2 votes, Gemma McCormack. 3 votes, Indy Sanders. Round 11, Tarwan versus Merboonorth. 1 vote, Erin Alga. 2 votes, Tani Bartlett. 3 votes, Nat Rayson. 1 vote, Nat Rayson. 2 votes, Jacoby Eden. 3 votes, Indy Sanders. Should we check the leaderboard going into the final round?
Oh, it's a close one for Best and Fairest. Just joking.
Second and third.
So second and third, we've got equal, Nat Rayson and Erin Alga. Is that right? I can't see.
No. Nat's on 16, Erin's on 13.
And Tani Bartlett's on 13. It's quite
very
glaring.
close. Round 12, Merbanorth versus Tura. 1 vote, Indy Sanders. 2 votes, Gemma McCormack. 3 votes, Nat Rayson. 1 vote, Erin Alga. 2 votes, Jacoby Eden. 3 votes, Nat Rayson. Congratulations to our Best and Fairest for C grade, Kat Smith, and our runners-up in Coach Nat Rayson.
Well done,
ladies.
Thank you. Kat's had a cracking season. After recovering from a serious ankle injury, she has done 2 very hard pre-seasons thanks to COVID, and to finally get a return to the court. Kat has developed a very unique style of catching and passing, with many falcons and even somehow managing to pass the ball backwards over her head. Kat has been the backbone of our defence. She has used her speed and agility to hunt her players down, and comes up with very impressive aerial intercepts. She's a very deserving winner. Congratulations, Kat, on Best and Fairest. Wow, in choosing a coaching award, it was a tough decision to make, as everyone in our team was a worthy recipient. However, this player has shown her versatility in a team that has been ever-changing. She's the only player to have played every round this season. I've asked a lot of her this season, stepping out of her comfort zone. She has tried her hardest and given everything 110%, even when she doubted herself. This player is a natural defender, but has stepped up into our C-grade team, initially to play in our mid-court in centre, but has also played defence, and then in the second half of the season, we were short in goalers, so she accepted the challenge to play goal attack. Congratulations on a fantastic season, Tani. C-grade's player has shown her versatility and team spirit, and it's great to see our team recognise her efforts. Congratulations, Tani, on a very deserving win.
And as our runner-up Best and Fairest, congratulations, Nat. Again, our coaches are really stepping up and being awarded for their efforts in what was a really hard season, so congratulations, well done. Thanks.
On behalf of our trophy winners, we'd like to thank our trophy sponsors. Wow, who would have thought the 2021 season would end up like it did? We ended up in the season for third on the ladder, and it can be attributed to our success with our adaptability, determination and drive. Over the course of the season, we had 17 players play in the C-grade team. That's right, 17, when there's only 7 required on the court at one time. Each week, we adapted to a new lineup. This was due to the combination of players pulling out, pregnancy, illnesses, injury, and even some home quarantine, not to mention all the COVID lockdowns. And yet we still managed to get the job done. Thank you to our amazing team, our bench team, Kirsty, our team manager, Jacinta for first aid, Mickey, and everyone who's helped us film or do stats over the season. Thank you to Mickey, Jessie and Jacinta for your help, guidance and support, even coming to trainings when your team wasn't training to help me as a playing coach help to improve our team. Thank you to our senior coaching panel. It's definitely been a tough one. And finally, thank you to my amazing team, Gemma, Kat, Indy, Tani, Kylie, Cobes and Erin. You have been a delight to coach and play with this season. Even with all the changes, the line's up and down. You've just gone along for the ride with me. You've all just said that you were happy to play netball. Doesn't matter what position you ended up in, whatever was best for the team. What doesn't break us makes us stronger, and this season has definitely made us stronger. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
I just want to say thanks to the coaches so far. It's a really hard job standing up as a netball coach. There's a lot of, as Nat said, how many players did you have in? 17. It's a lot, and it's really hard when you've got a full team, then you got injured, but well done, girls. I just wanted to acknowledge our sponsors for C-grade. So Best and Fairest was by Mel and Chris Fleming. Runners-up was Pincini Burgess. Coaches was Kate Anton, and players player was Pincini Burgess. So thank you again to all you guys.
Well done. And particular well done too to Stacey Harris, who fought injury all year, come back, did everything against doctor's orders, qualified for the finals, got some votes, and they pulled the rug on the finals. So good effort anyway, Stacey.
All right, so we are jumping into B grade now. So I want to, my bad. Spotty would like to just throw out a few comments that he's got on Facebook.
Yeah, a few more. It's easier to do them quickly because go through right to the end. Indy Sanders has said, Emily Lowe, you look like a star. Now, this is a funny one. Josh Taylor has put front bar needs some microphones. That's funny knowing Mick is so loud. I thought my microphone would have picked him up. Anyway, you hear all that, everyone? So that's what Josh said, not sure that worked. Pauline Marshall, who is Bert Bright's daughter. Now, we all know Bert, the stalwart who rocks up to every game. Pauline says, thoroughly enjoying the presentation. It is good that we can tune in and watch. Keep up the great work and congratulations to everyone at the club. Thank you, Pauline. Janet Bradley has obviously had a few beers because she said, go Janet Bradley. And then Janet Bradley's also put, well done, Connie. Steve Gent, well done, Connie, you legend. Melinda Jane, go Janet Bradley. Congratulations. Melinda Jane, well done, Connie Leah. Maddie Knowles, congratulations, Janet Bradley. That's all. We've still got these tickets. We've got to try and fill them up to the 100. We're up to number 83, so let us know. The details are on the Facebook page on how to pay. And back to you, Lexie.
All right, so I want to welcome Sam. Everyone, I play B grade this year, so she's my coach, so be nice to her. And I'll take it away from Sam.
It's a bit late to be brown-nosing for votes, Lexie.
Stop it, I'm spirited, that's what it is. Stacey's actually going to do it on behalf of Sam tonight, so thanks, Stace.
Okay, well, straight into the vote count. So round 8, Merbanorth versus Thorpdale. 1 vote, Emma Evans. 2 votes, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 3 votes, Danielle Blair. 1 vote, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 2 votes, Emma Evans. 3 votes, Danielle Blair. Round 9, Merbanorth versus Stoney Creek. 1 vote, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 2 votes, Danny Blair. 3 votes, Lexie Andrews. 1 vote, Danny Blair. 2 votes, Alice Snell. 3 votes, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. Round 10, Merbanorth versus Foster. 1 vote, Lexie Andrews. 2 votes, Danny Blair. 3 votes, Emma Evans. 1 vote, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 2 votes, Emma Evans. 3 votes, Danielle Blair. Can we just throw to the leaderboard there?
We had Danny Blair on 30, Flynn Burgess-Pincini on 24 and Emma Evans on 20. They're the 3 leaders.
Okay, great, thank you. Round 11, Merbanorth versus Tarwan. 1 vote, Alice Snell. 2 votes, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 3 votes, Danielle Blair. 1 vote, Flynn Burgess-Pincini. 2 votes, Alice Snell. 3 votes, Danielle Blair. Merbanorth versus Tura. 1 vote, Meg Harris. 2 votes, Lexie Andrews. 3 votes, Emma Evans. 1 vote, Lexie Andrews. 2 votes, Danny Blair. 3 votes, Emma Evans. Congratulations, Danielle Blair, the B grade best and fairest for 2021.
So Danny has been a leader on and off the court this year. She's been an excellent captain for our B grade team. She has provided such strength in our attacking end, in our wing attack position, not only dominating her own role, but also being able to bring out the best in the players around her. She has the ability to continuously adapt her game throughout the match, leaving her opposition 1 step behind. Congratulations, Danny, on your B grade best and fairest. Okay. Flynn has stepped up into senior netball this year exceptionally well. She has played both in her under-17 game as well as the B grade each week. She has developed strong partnerships with Meg and Danny on court, allowing her to instinctively know where the next ball needed to go. She has the ability to run all day and have enough energy to still shoot goals. Congratulations, Flynn, on your runner-up best and fairest for 2021. So our players' player this year, we've already spoken about her, and this award just goes to show how valuable she has been to our team, and that's congratulations once again goes to Danny. My coach's award this season was a hard one to pick, but this player I've asked a lot of over the season. She has played from defence all the way down into our goals, and she's never complained. When on court, she gives 110% with a smile on her face, and off court, she's accepting of the feedback and is always continually wanting to grow. As a coach, you can't ask for much more than that.
For this reason, I'd like to congratulate Ash for our Coaches Award. And just finally, this year we do statistics throughout each game, and I'd like to share a few of those as a summary for B grade. This year we played 11 games and we won 10 of them. That's 44 quarters and we won 34 of them. We ended up second on the ladder with 44 points, which was equal to first, and we only missed out on the minor premiership by 15.8%. We shot 576 goals and we only had 294 shot against us, leaving us with a percentage of 195.9. To break down those stats even further, we caused 606 turnovers for the year, and breaking that down even further, it was 118 rebounds, well done Lex, 139 intercepts, 58 tips, 82 pickups that resulted in us gaining possession. In our team, we had 3 players playing 2 games every week, 4 of them juggling stresses of VCE. 3 players needed to coordinate motherhood and being able to get on court and training each week. And all of that before we add in the stresses of normal daily life and then throw in a worldwide pandemic. And everyone was being led by a first-time senior coach. We may not have had the opportunity to finish the season the way that we started, but we worked hard and we put ourselves in a very solid position for a finals campaign. I'd also like to make a few thank yous. So firstly, to our seniors coaching panel. It's been a very interesting year with an ever-changing environment, and we've given our teams the best opportunities to get to training and play. Also to the committee for the behind-the-scenes work that's required to get the season going. Jodie for being my right-hand woman as team manager and excellent statistician. Also T and Pam for helping out with the stats most weeks. Kat and Nat were our first aid trainers that were dedicated to the B grade team. And finally, I'd just like to thank the playing group. You've made it an extremely exciting and fun year. Thank you.
Well done, Thanks. Go for it, Lexie. God forbid I wouldn't try to stick over you.
I just want to actually point out, so Sam actually was part of our team. Like, she was a player, but unfortunately she partially teared her Achilles, not once but twice. And honestly, like, the game that she came back halfway through the season, we were like, wow, this is going to help us get to that grand final, which everyone knows if we had have made it to the grand final, we would have won.
Absolutely.
So it was our year. That's next year. But anyway, enough about that. And I just want to acknowledge our sponsors for B grade, being the best grade. Best and fairest was Karen and John Hillier. Runners-up was Mel and Chris Fleming. Coaches was Paul Smith. Builders, players was Katrina and Wes Palmer. So thank you again to all those sponsors.
Well, thanks very much, Lexie, for that. And I noticed that you did come fourth in the vote count, and I got a hell of a kick under the table into my shin for not mentioning that earlier.
Fourth is like first.
Oh yeah, in the new world, yes. Michael.
Couple more have come in. This Mick Bradley and Janet Bradley will probably be sleeping in separate beds tonight because Mick has said, Janet Bradley, you couldn't have done it without the love and support from your wonderful husband. Janet has replied, Mick Bradley or the boyfriend. And there's just a couple of others down here. Maddie Knowles, congratulations. Janet Bradley. Melinda Jane, congratulations. Kat Smith, so well deserved. Mick Bradley. Lexie, I hope you aren't homeschooling the kids in maths. Yes, so there you go. Yeah, keep them coming in. The comments, bit of fun. And also anyone after a ticket for the reverse draw.
And let us know where you're from. Like, we want to know who is the furthest away that's watching us tonight. So throw us a line. Anyway.
Okay. Thanks, Lexie. Thanks, Waddy. We're going to zip across to the not the front bar now, and we'd like to introduce a second interviewer up there. First time gig for Shane Dyke. So well done, Dyke. And Dyke is going to have a little chat to one of our legends of our club, Hal St Allen.
Good evening, Hal.
How do you do?
I'm very well, thank you. Or should I call you Rover?
Rover's the name, yes.
Rover's the name? Rover by night? Rover by day? Okay.
Would you like me to tell you how I got the name Rover?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, in 1975 I started writing for the Merbanorth Times under the guidance of the former owner, Norm Martin. And he gave me the name Rover. I was writing a greyhound column and it was called Dallying with the Dogs.
So you were a punter?
No, I wasn't a punter, I was a writer. And I wrote that column for about 4 years. I think I put out about 150 or 160 columns in that time. So when Joe Piper rang me in 2002 to ask me if I would consider being the football writer for the club, I said I would do it on the condition that I would be known as Rover, because Rover's a suitable name for a greyhound writer and also a football writer.
Correct. So what is your job as a rover?
Well, I'm the football writer. I go to all the games. I write on all of the games. I don't necessarily see the thirds and all of the reserves, but I see all of the seniors, and I write on the game as best I can.
Do you have favourites?
All the players are favourites. I treat everyone equally. I'm guided by the best players. Important to mention all of those in the report, and they're provided to me by the club, both clubs on the day, and that makes it a lot easier to write a report when you've got a list of the best players and the goal kickers and everything else.
That's right. So what are your secrets? Have you got secrets?
No secrets. Everything's out in the open.
So no favourites and no secrets?
No. Okay. Norm Martin was my mentor. He taught me everything I know about how to write columns for country newspapers, sporting columns, and every time I do write an article I think of the advice Norm gave me.
Fair enough. Now on another note, Hal.
Would you like to know the advice?
On another...
How long have we got? I can tell you.
Yeah, we have.
Norm Martin gave me...
3 minutes. Settle down, Junior.
Norm Martin gave me 4 pieces of advice. I'm trying to remember what they were.
Do you want me to take over again?
No. Give me a bit of time. One of them was to write without fear or favour. Another one was never be frightened, to write with your heart. And the 5 W's, to use the 5 W's.
The 5 W's?
Yep.
Enlighten me.
The 5 W's, who, what, why, where and when, in every article, should be in every article. And the most important lesson Norm ever taught me was that facts only help to make a story.
How true. How true. Now on another note, Hal.
Yes.
We are both long-suffering St Kilda supporters.
Yes.
Now we've just been put into another notch of 57 years suffering without a premiership.
Well, I'm one of the fortunate people who does remember that day because I was 17 years old at the time.
I was at the game when my mother stopped.
The most important thing about being a St Kilda supporter is that when we have a win, we always celebrate it. Even practice matches. We cherish our wins. We take our losses very, very hard, especially the close ones. We don't worry so much about the ones where we get beaten by 15 goals, but we hate to lose those close ones.
Right, on that note, we have a very special gift for you and a very special person that's involved, or was involved with the Kilda Football Club.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
Who might that be?
Well, let's go. He's going to send a message to you.
Oh, really?
Let's have a look.
Okay, Brian, over to you.
All right, hang on. I think we're just having some technical issues here.
It's been played.
You've got to go sit over there, Waddy.
Has he? Okay.
Right, hang on, I think I've got
Can you bring Hal over here, please?
Yeah, give us that.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to do a little rejig here of the table. Michael's just gone off to check on the raffle tickets and see where we're going with the raffle tickets. And Hal St Allen.
But we might just do a weather report while we're waiting. It's 7 o'clock. It is cloudy with a chance of rain coming in from the west coast.
Which is something rare for Merbanorth.
Yeah.
And you'll have to put
All right, we're welcoming in Hal St Allen to the table.
Put these on, yeah. Get them comfortable, Saint. How's that?
All right, so just on this screen. Oh, hang on.
G'day, Hal. It's Spy River here, and I want to say congratulations on 40 years of the weekly reports of the Merboo Times. Now, it's fantastic that I never made the front page of the paper there. I always made the back because my mum always told me, you make the front page of the paper and you're in trouble. If you make the back, you are a superstar. But I know you've done it tough. The Saints haven't won since '66, and you've been a massive supporter of the Saints. And unfortunately, with my injury, I couldn't get them over the line in '97, but hey, let's hang in there. There will be faith one day. The Saints will be there in that last weekend in September. But for your 40 years, we say thank you very much, Hal, and come on the Saints!
Okay, Brian, we're all set.
Teething issues.
Now, this particular person, Hal, has sent this video.
Do you know... So our computer's not working, so we're just... Can you see that?
It was... Hal, this the presentation to you tonight. Who understands your long suffering was Spider Everett.
Oh, Spider.
From Queensland. Century Tribute.
Really?
Yep. And all of our people at home have had a chance to have a look at that, Hal, and we'll keep that just for you and we'll show a little bit later to you.
Well, thank
so
you very much.
If you just like to stay there for a minute, and Michael is probably going to, if you just leave your microphone up on the table and do that. So Hal's got that. Thank you very much. All right, Stephen.
That didn't go to plan.
I'm going to... Yeah. That bombed out, ladies and gentlemen. In short, you saw it at home, Hal, and we just didn't. But that's all right. We've seen it. So I'd like to now introduce again our club president, Steve Rogers. One of the very important parts of every season is the recognition
I cannot believe you just messed up my stint with Hal. That's unbelievable.
And one of the other things, you always get a cameo performance walkthrough. But having said that, the most important part, or one of the most important parts of our evening, is our Best Clubman award, as well as our Hayley Anderson award. And I'd ask Steve Rogers to join us again on the podium.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, it's a really important part of the evening for the whole club. The first I'm going to touch on is the Hayley Anderson Award. It's a really important award for our club. Hayley was such a big part of our club, and we always think of Laurie in these times, and we thank Laurie for her support with this award again tonight. So yeah, Hayley's always in our hearts. She was just such a wonderful person. So that makes this award very special. This year we're going to award the Hayley Anderson Award to Ebony Best.
Oh, well done.
So Ebony's efforts this year, not only was she A-grade coach, she was also our Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League Director, representing the netball side of the club, which, as I mentioned earlier, includes probably more than 30 meetings in the past 2 years due to COVID and due to just different bits and pieces like bringing in new clubs into the league, having a view on that. But she's also terrific at communicating that information back to the committee, which is of great importance, so that the committee is well versed on what is going on across the league. She also, this year, unfortunately, we were unable to get the services or secure the services of a netball vice president of netball, which is an executive position in our club. Ebony stepped up and filled in a lot of those jobs throughout the year. So she's in the room, actually. I'll ask you to walk up. Thanks, Eb. She's got her mask on, but she can take her mask off for a minute when she comes here. Yep, come on up. So just a terrific effort, the countless hours, and not without the challenges. With, as I mentioned before, the coaches this year, it was a huge job for all of our coaches. So to Ebony, I'd like to congratulate you on your year, and you should be very proud of receiving the Hayley Anderson Award for 2021.
She actually didn't know. She didn't realise.
Here you go. There you go. Well done. I won't kiss you. So you can, do you want to say something now or later? Go.
Sure. Sorry, I missed the whole speech. I was just walking in the building.
I said you were great.
Thanks.
He didn't. No, just
yeah, he lied. Thank you. And I'm really lucky. I actually work at the school Hayley used to teach at the minute, and I walk past a chair that's dedicated to her every day, and it makes me remember what an amazing person Hayley was, and how lucky we were to have her here at the club. And I was really lucky to be here when she was here for a lot of it too. And as Steve and everyone said tonight, I've just told everyone how good this is. I've been watching it on my computer, and we haven't had a lot of volunteers this year, especially over at the netball, so it's been super tough. But the handful that have done it, and the amazing committee that we have at the club, have put in so many hours in such a tough year. So a big thank you to all of them and all of my helpers over at the netball, which have got us out on the court every day. So thanks.
Good job, Ed.
Thank you very much.
And moving right along to our best club person of the year. This one's, I'm really proud of this award and who it's going to tonight in particular. We've already had a bit of a snapshot into his career. Since 2002, he's been doing our write-ups in the local paper, in the Spectator. He also distributes those articles around to other papers around the region. Hal mentioned that one year I'll announce it as Hal St Allen is our club person of the year this year, sorry. I remember when I started 4 years ago, Hal mentioned that someone sort of, well, they didn't put a gag order on him, but they asked him to temper things down a little bit. Well, my first instruction was, Hal, you write whatever you like, because I think it's one of the more refreshing things we have around our club is people just pick up that article or get onto Facebook now and we have a read of the wonderful way that Hal sees football and the way that Hal sees football play a big part in our community. So Hal, we're really proud of the job you do week in, week out. We couldn't think of a better person that we could show our respect to, not only for this year, probably for other years as well, but in particular this year. It's been a tough year to write about because you would write something, it'd get canned because of the round was called off. That happened time and time again. Hal just said, no problems, we'll just do it again. So Hal St Allen, congratulations on the Merbanorth Football Netball Club's Best Club Person for 2021.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Would you like me to say a few words?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, that's lovely. Oh, I'll just follow on from what I was saying before, the importance of the lessons I learned from Norm Martin way back in 1975. I still use them today in every article I write. I believe that it's important to be informative and also entertaining, and that's what I try and do. There's not much more I can say than that, but to thank a number of people along the journey, Jeannie for being my proofreader, the late Sam Javasi for helping me with all of the statistics. He would come to me and he'd say, next week it's such and such's 50th game or 100th game, this fella's going to kick his 150th goal, all that sort of stuff, and it just helps to put articles together. And I'm like everybody else at this club, we really missed Sammy this year. And just thank you to the people who get the odd word here and there, say thank you and all that sort of stuff, reading articles and that. And to the club itself, it's a privilege to be the reporter. All the presidents under whom I've served have given me a free hand. I've sailed pretty close to the wind a few times, but I've always managed to keep my job, so to speak. And I really do enjoy it. There hasn't been a Saturday that I haven't looked forward to going to watch the boys play. And of course, I must also thank them, all the footballers. They're all the same to me, the seniors, reserves and the juniors. I treat them all equally, and it's great to see the club doing so well. We've made the finals every year in the seniors, except for the first year I did it in 2002. Seniors have made the finals every year, which is a fantastic achievement. So thank you very much for this award. I'm very grateful to receive it. Thank you.
Well done, Hal. Thank you very much, Stephen. And Hal, I must comment that when asking you as Rover to write our football reports, I didn't think it would be a 20-year service, but I look forward to you being a 30-year service, man, I can assure you. And it wouldn't hurt if you just dropped off the shots about Carlton every week, all right? For those that don't know, the secret's out that Hal is committed to having one bad line about Carlton every week. So thank you, Hal, and thanks very much. Okay.
All right, so I just wanted to acknowledge the sponsors for the 2 trophies. Congratulations to Ebony. That one was donated by Laurie Bear, and the best club person, which went to Hal, was donated by myself. So congratulations, Hal.
Thank you much.
And I believe we've got the volunteer recognition credits. That's not happening. No, we'll do that sometime afterwards. That's all right. No, the floor manager's got the things. I'm getting waved at. Don't worry about that. On Facebook.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, Lexie, and Michael. We'll bring you back. How are we going? Any further comments from people you want to bring forward, Mike?
I'll have to have a look, Joe, and I'll get back to you, mate.
Okay, Lexie?
I'm just reading a funny message from the netballers, but...
yeah, the footballers are at the pub at the moment, and the netballers are at the brewery.
Yep. Good on them.
It's not our segregation rules. It's COVID restrictions. And Ebony was walking just in the room. We're ticking over and monitoring the amount of people we got in the room at any one time. So someone left and she came in. So we're just about now to go to Michael.
Yep, sorry, Joe. I've just found a few more comments. We have got school. Angie, Lexie asked from people to send where they are, how far away. Angie Rogers says hi from upstairs in the viewing room. Thanks, Angie.
Thanks.
And on the other note, we've got Kathy Peters, like I said before, enjoying the show all the way from Geraldton. Thanks, Mabes and Gags. Chris Anders, on your Hell, I enjoy your weekly write-up, Rover. Absolutely, we all do, Saint. And may I just add on that, Saint, no 2 reports are the same. Your use of the word is just fantastic, mate. No two write-ups are the same. It's just fantastic. Emily Lowe, well done, Hell. Well deserved. Kathy Peters, congratulations, Hell. Angie Rogers, congratulations, Hell. And Ebony, you so deserve your awards. Absolutely. And the footy club, we love to see Hell over at the netball in 2022, Saint. You'll have to spread your talent a bit more, mate.
Sounds good.
That's all. Thanks, Joseph.
Thanks very much.
Back to you.
Well, we're just about to start the reserves. The reserve.
What's highly anticipated?
Oh, highly anticipated reserves. Vote count. Now, Brent Harridge and Shane Dyke will do the honours of the awards, and we're just about to begin the vote count. Again, we'll start at round 8. So when you're ready. Round 8. We've got a leaderboard at the moment. If we can go back to the leaderboard just for a second. The leaderboard is, we have Damien McLean on 46, Luke Javazzi 36, and Zach Porter 29 are the 3 leaders. And after round 7, we're going now into round 8. So beginning round 8, first card, Shane Peters, 1 vote. Harley Folk, 2 votes. Luke Javasi, 3 votes. Damien McLean, 4 votes. Tyron Stevens, 5 votes. Second card, Harley Folk, 1 vote. Mitchell Richardson, 2 votes. Tyron Stevens, 3 votes. Luke Stoddard, 4 votes. Shane Peters.
I'm reading the wrong thing.
Oh. What am I doing? Well, are we reading, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we're reading the whole lot.
No. But, yeah.
I thought I did start at 8. Hang on, we just call in the techo people. I started at 8, and then I think it dropped back to round 2.
All right, well, can we have a look at where we're at on the screen?
Okay, let's go.
All right, so
that's round 8?
We're at round 8. Merbanorth versus Thorpdale.
Yeah, third card. That's where we're at.
Yep.
1 vote, Shane Peters. And you got Luke Javasi. Yeah, I've got the third card right here. Shane Peters.
So it's going 1.
That's Stoney Creek's the next one. With Luke.
Do you know what? It's going backwards. Is it? See, we're 4, 3, 2, 1, and this one's 2, 3, 4.
5.
It's okay.
Okay, we're going to tell a little joke here for a minute. Okay, I'm going to read them off the screen. Let's go. Hang on, wait on. I watched this on the newsreader. You ready? Bring me live. Ready? Okay, right. Now, here we go. 1 vote, Luke Javasi. 2 votes, Tyron Stevens. 3 votes, Damien McLean. 4 votes, Harley Folk. 5 votes, Shane Peters. Round 9, first card, Merbanorth versus Stoney Creek. 1 vote, Alex Krause. 2 votes, Luke Palmer. 3 votes, Tyron Stevens. 4 votes, Lachlan Dyke. 5 votes, Luke Javasi. Second card, 1 vote, Jake Peters. 2 votes, Lachlan Dyke. 3 votes, Tyron Stevens. 4 votes, Luke Palmer. 5 votes, Luke Javasi. Third card, 1 vote, Jake Peters. 2 votes, Luke Palmer. 3 votes, Lachlan Dyke. 4 votes, Tyron Stevens. 5 votes, Luke Javasi. I could go to the leaders board, please. The leaders board after 10 rounds of the 12, we have Luke Javasi on 55, Damien McLean 51, Shane Peters 36, and Zach Porter 29. I'll go to round 10. Merbanorth versus Foster. First card, 1 vote, Tyron Stevens. 2 votes, Damien McLean. 3 votes, Fraser Austin. 4 votes, Zach Porter. 5 votes, Luke Palmer. Second card, 1 vote, Zach Porter. 2 votes, Damien McLean. 3 votes, Jacob Villeman. 4 votes, Fraser Austin. 5 votes, Luke Palmer. Third card, Alex Krause, 1 vote. Zach Porter, 2 votes. Damien McLean, 3 votes. Fraser Austin, 4 votes. Luke Palmer, 5 votes. I'd like a leaders board, please. Now the leaders board at this stage is Damien McLean on 58, Luke Javasi on 55, Shane Peters 36, and Zach Porter is on 36 as well, equal third. Tarwan versus Merbanorth, round 11 of 12. 1 vote, Oakley Kerr. 2 votes, Tyron Stevens. 3 votes, Ben Stoggenberger. 4 votes, Zach Porter. 5 votes, Luke Palmer. Card 2, 1 vote, Thomas O'Loughlin. 2 votes, Tyron Stevens. 3 votes, Zach Porter. 4 votes, Ben Stoggenberger. And 5 votes is Luke Palmer. Okay. Third card, 1 vote. Luke Palmer, 2 votes. Jake Peters, 3 votes. Thomas O'Loughlin, 4 votes. Luke Javasi, 5 votes. Mitchell Richardson. I'd like to have a leaders board with 1 round to go. We have Luke Javasi on 59, Damien McLean 58, Zach Porter 43. Merbanorth versus Tura. Last home game of the year, no crowds, live stream, the seniors, a difficult day for all. Remembering that this was a round where the senior players for the first time filled in for the seconds because such were our restricted selection ability. 1 vote. Jordan Komodo, 2 votes. Ben Stoggenberger, 3 votes. Jack Battersby, 4 votes. Liam Nash, 5 votes. Reese Kratzak. Second card, 1 vote. Joshua Taylor, 2 votes. Ben Stoggenberger, 3 votes. Liam Nash, 4 votes. Mitchell Richardson, 5 votes. Reese Kratzak. The last card, 1 vote. Ben Stoggenberger, 2 votes. Joshua Taylor, 3 votes. Mitchell Richardson, 4 votes. Liam Nash, 5 votes. Jack Battersby. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to declare the winner of the Merbanorth Seconds Football Best and Fairest by 1 vote, Luke Javasi. And congratulations also to Damien McLean on 58 votes. What a tight tussle. Great. Both of them had a great season. I'd now like to hand over to the coach, Brent, and Shane, take it away.
No worries, thank you, Joe. Firstly, congrats to those 2 that won the club awards, Hal and Ebony. Good effort. Hal, if you could stop calling me a veteran, that'd be great. Yeah, moving on. Congratulations, Luke. Really good effort, mate. I'm pretty rapt that you won it, as well as Damo coming runner-up. You were both, really good through the year, and you've always been pretty loyal to the twos while I've been involved. So, congratulations. Okay, well, first award that I want to present. So, just a little bit about Luke. Obviously, Luke's been in and out of the seniors, and he's always been, just a perfect club stalwart. He always just basically leads by example, hence the reason he was made captain this year. Really good effort. And so congratulations to Lukey for BNF for this year. So what you get there, Luke, is a medal, all right, and it's a perpetual trophy. So your name will go onto this trophy here amongst all the other BNF winners for the last few years. And that's something that sits in the club, I think, for 12 months, and it's a really good effort, really good achievement. So that's what you get there, and obviously the medal as well. For the runner-up, Damo, again, you've been absolutely really good for Merbanorth Football Club since you come on board. You've been in and out of the seniors as well. This year predominantly played seconds, but really good effort. Another guy that just gets in there, has a crack, and just tries to get the job done. So congratulations, mate. Really good effort. And for a few more awards that have been given for this year, most consistent, we've made Jacob Vullerman, Trev Vullerman. Trev's been pretty awesome across the half back there with a couple of other players as well. Every game he's played, he's put in, week out, and appreciate your efforts. So that's for the most consistent 2021, Jake Vullerman. It's really weird without clapping and stuff. Coach's Award, so this is a young fella, first year playing senior footy. I consider senior footy being seconds and seniors. Basically just loves the game of football. He's pretty much he got shifted around a fair bit through the year, and he always had a crack, and you can see that he's got some football nous, and I think potentially he works towards going a little bit further, playing seniors in the next year or two, and that's Lockie Dyke. Well done, Lockie.
Well done.
Another player, so this is for the most improved. This is a player that come to the club at the start of the year. This is a player probably that I could say that if every player had a crack like this guy does, and turns up to training, someone's just sent me a message, but turns up to training every week in, week out, just consistently performs week in, week out, has a good attitude, and again, potentially has the ability to be able to play senior footy if he just keeps at it, and that's Tyron Stevens. Congratulations, Tyron. Then we come to the most determined. This is a guy that's been involved in the reserves for a long period of time. He's had a couple of goes up there in the seniors, and when he has, he's actually performed pretty well. He's just got that position he plays where he's up against some pretty good players. So this guy has captained the reserves previously. Again, week in, week out, has a crack. Really wants to get out there and win for the boys. He's a bit of a joker amongst the team, and that's Mitch Richardson. Good work, Mitch.
Well done, Mitch.
So congratulations to those guys that have just won the awards. Every player there was deserving. As I say, it's all about a team, and all those guys contributed to the best that they can, and I think that there's positive signs ahead. It was disappointing that we didn't get to play the season out. We had an opportunity there where we possibly could have played senior footy. I think we had a good list. Seniors had a really good list. I think definitely moving forward, the club's in a good spot if those guys stick around. So I just want to thank a few people in the reserves. I want to thank Dottie and Joe for both being team managers. Really good effort. It's a tough job. You've got guys turning up at 12, 12:15, getting the jumpers organised. I think Joe's wife, Bev, washed the jumpers, which we appreciate, but I think that was a way of Joe being in control of where they were, which is good, but you need that. So also to the trainers, fantastic. I think it was Kerry, Belinda, and also Tamsin. Is it the other one? Sorry. Talia. Yeah, sorry, I knew it was a McCormack, but Talia. So thanks very much to those people. They were fantastic. Whenever someone got injured, they were there to help. So that's important to have. Thank you very much to the runner, which was Bobby Porter. Really good job, Bobby. I tried to keep you as fit as I could through the year by sending you out there, and I've got to apologise. I get a little bit of Tourette sometimes when I'm coaching, but that's just the passion that I have for the team, and I like to win. So thanks very much, Bobby. Also to the umpires, we had a numerous number of umpires through the year. I think Pratty umpired at some point, Andy Taylor did as Joe umpired as well, and just remind me if I'm missing anyone. And also Mick Lockie as well. So thanks very much to those guys. If we didn't have these guys helping, we wouldn't be able to get the team out there, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So really appreciate those efforts, and I'm sure that you're probably thanked also by the club's captains as well. But overall, I want to thank the guys that played. Really important to have that bunch of guys, and I think it was really good to see. You could see that there was quite a few young fellas that have stuck together, and those guys, if they can just stick together and keep working at it, I think moving forward, it just gives the club really good opportunities. If you've got the players in the twos, then that helps the senior players, and we strive always to get a really good result with both the seniors and the seconds. So thanks, guys. Thank you to Lukey G for being the captain this year. I think you really lead by example, mate, hence why you won the BNF, so that's really good, and thanks to the vice captains as well. I think that pretty well wraps it up. It's a shame we didn't finish the season. It's a shame for the seniors, mostly. I mean, they finished second on the ladder. They could have gone all the way. But bigger and better next year, they've got the opportunity to do it again. So,
Well, thank you very much to you, Brent, and thank you, Shane, for your work. Couple of people along the way. We did have Paul Pratt doing the boundary umpiring along with Mickey Lockie. It's not often you get a league vice president pulling the boundary. And Dean Linforth did a little bit umpiring as well during that, as well as our goal umpires and water carriers. So thanks very much, guys. It's been a great time. And as co-team manager with Shane Dyke, Shane, now's the time to tell you yours was a transition year. So next year, you are the man.
Looking forward to it.
You are the man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well done. Okay, Lexie, could you read out the award sponsors, please?
Certainly. So for our best and fairest, we had Mick Lockie. Runners-up, best and fairest was Clancy Bennett and Laura Paul. Most consistent, Janine Alexandra. Most improved, Shane Dyke. Most determined, Libby Pratt Physiotherapy. And our coaches was Brent Harridge. So thank you to all them. All right, so...
Okay.
we are...
Yeah, no. We go on.
No.
Take it away.
I don't want to take you limelight,
Hey,
Joe.
we're going across the front bar. And Mick Lockie's got one of our club stalwarts, Andy Taylor, Vice President of Football, to have a few words. Andy's going to talk not only about the senior football team, but also talk about netball as well. So take it away, Mick.
Thank you, Joe. Well, I really don't have to introduce this bloke. Everyone knows him, Andy Taylor. Thanks for being here tonight, Andy. Your role this year was Vice President of the Footy Club, correct? Yep, right. But tonight you're speaking on behalf of the Footy Club and the Netball Club tonight. That's right, thank you. One question, because I'm the, question bloke. How has the season panned out, and what were your big takeaways for what happened this year?
Well, to be honest, Mick, bloody frustrating. That's how it panned out. Look, in both football and netball, at the top of the club, our netball A grade were in third position, so they were right in the challenging zone. Our senior football side was only had the one loss, and we know we can win finals. Yep. We know we can win close grand finals, so that group was right there, ready to go. And so really frustrating that we couldn't get results. And when we look down further into the club, the two feeder groups feeding the senior grades, our 17 netball finished as minor premiers. Only had one team that hadn't played were also undefeated, but so that was going to be a cracker game. So they were a real chance to take the flag out. And our under-18s minor premiers in football. So we're the envy of any club in any league to having two of our feeding groups in those positions. So, and to have our senior teams where they were. So it was a very frustrating result.
Yes. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah. Any more to go on with that?
Well, just building for next year, we've reappointed Ebony as our A-grade coach. Got a lot of faith in Eb to keep working with that group, and we've reappointed Josh Taylor to be our senior coach. And there's already a lot of work going on behind the scenes in keeping players in the club. Of course, always trying to attract new players. Getting your coaching panels back in order so that we can have another crack at it. And as Hal said, we've been playing finals now for a long period of time, and we aim to keep playing finals and trying to win flags.
Yeah, well, that's good, Andy. Yes, well, we'll hope the best for the club for 2022. Hopefully we can get a season done and we'll be up top and win some premierships.
Well, that's the plan.
Okay, back to you, Joe, when you're ready.
Thanks very much, Mickey, and thank you, Andy, for your good work during the year. Just add a little bit to Andy's portfolio. He's always here working around the club, and he's a great volunteer on facilities and always got his overalls on, fixing something around the place or building something new. So it's with that context that I just want to talk just for a minute or so about a couple of things that make a great football netball club. One of the things that we try and do here in Merbanorth is have a project every year. You can't just turn the shutters down and then think you're going to turn up next February or January and everything's going to be smooth as silk. You always leave the season with something that needs doing, something that needs repairing, something that we aspire to have that we don't currently have. So there are two major projects underway at the moment. One is to improve the main lighting on our oval, on our football oval. The reserve is fortunate enough to have great lighting on our bottom oval, which is our soccer and cricket oval. But our top oval is somewhat lacking in lights, and it's become a little bit of a deterrent for long training, especially in the middle of winter. So one of our projects is to push with the Shire for some government support to getting some lights. It's about a $270,000, $280,000 project, and we are with the Shire at this stage. We put in our submissions and we're working with the Shire to seek Sport and Recreation Victoria's assistance. If we don't get it next year, then we're going to be fighting for it the year after. One of the more immediate projects that we're going to be doing is, over the summer, is to replace our scoreboard, electronic scoreboard. With the storm incident in June this year, our small electronic scoreboard fried. And thanks to the team that gathered around quickly to knock up a bit of a temporary scoreboard that many of you would have seen in the intro here tonight. But that's not long term. So what we've done is we're working with AFL Victoria and we've identified an AFL approved supplier, and we have determined that one of the projects we want completed before next year is to insert a full electronic scoreboard into our current scoreboard structure. The one we're looking at is between it's 5 metres long by 2 metres, and it's going to cost us over $30,000. It's on screen at the moment, and that is the size of it. It brings our club, it will bring our club into the 21st century. It's about expectations, but it won't just do football. It will do cricket. It will be a news bulletin for when we have emergency services requirements here in Merbanorth. It'll allow us to direct people when we have major events here in Merbanorth. So it's a multi-use screen. It'll enable our club to be able to promote our sponsors in a better way and to highlight some of the great teams and individuals we have around our clubs. So that campaign will be launched. We've got 4 avenues of sponsorship for this. One of that avenues will be a buy brick campaign. So over the next month, the executive will be finalising the arrangements, settling on the exact components within the scoreboard structure, and we'll be releasing a gold, silver and bronze brick to be purchased by our supporters and sponsors of our club. Similar to when we built the rooms that we're in tonight, there was a gold, silver brick for that. So we'll be lining up the bricks. The gold brick will be 1,000, the silver will be 500, and the bronze will be 250. We ask families, past players associations, sponsors, pretty easy. When we send it out within a month, just come back and say, look, our family, our firm, I will, or whatever, just get on board. It'll be a great thing. It'll be a great thing for our club. Our club doesn't have the chance to go to the Shire. It doesn't have the chance to go to government on this on the basis that, or to rec committee, because the scoreboard is our responsibility. So as a club, we're going to step up over summer. We're going to get the job done. A lot of people will be helping with manual labour, not just with in-kind donations. So thank you very much for allowing me to bring that to everyone's attention.
All right, so we are going to jump straight into the A grade vote count. Just want to say special thanks to Stacey again, because she's stepped up and put her hand up to come up and do all the votes for the netballers, and like always, she's always the first to help. So thanks, Stace, on behalf of the Netball Club.
Well done, Stace.
Okay. Round 8. Merbanorth versus Thorpdale. Louisa Pratt, 1 vote. Ebony Best, 2 votes. Emily Lowe, 3 votes. Emily Lowe, 1 vote. Jessie Holland, 2 votes. Ebony Best, 3 votes. Round 9, Merbanorth versus Stoney Creek. 1 vote, Christina Storterbecker. 2 votes, Jacinta Tipping. 3 votes, Jessie Holland. 1 vote, Emily Lowe. 2 votes, Jessie Holland. 3 votes, Jacinta Tipping. Merbanorth versus Foster. 1 vote, Jacinta Tipping. 2 votes, Abby Forster. 3 votes, Ebony Best. 1 vote, Jessie Holland. 2 votes, Ebony Best. 3 votes, Louisa Pratt. We might just throw to the leaderboard here to have a look.
We have Ebony Best on 25, Emily Lowe 18, Louisa Pratt 17.
Thank you, Joe. Round 11, Merbanorth versus Tarwan. Abby Forster, 1 vote. Louisa Pratt, 2 votes. Ebony Best, 3 votes. Louisa Pratt, 1 vote. Mickey Hillier, 2 votes. Abby Forster, 3 votes. Coming into the last round, round 12, Merbanorth versus Tura.
You want the leaderboard at this
Yes.
stage, Stacey?
Yes, please, Joe.
We have Ebony Best on 28 votes, Louisa Pratt 20, Emily Lowe 18.
Great, thank you. Round 12, Merbanorth versus Tura. 1 vote, Abby Forster. 2 votes, Mickey Hillier. 3 votes, Jessie Holland. 1 vote, Louisa Pratt. 2 votes, Mickey Hillier. 3 votes, Jessie Holland. Congratulations to Ebony Best, our A-grade Best and Fairest. Congratulations, Eb, on a great season. It's been a really challenging season, and a lot of our coaching leaders have really stood up and been awarded in not only in results in the season, even though it was a tough season, but they've been rewarded as obvious leaders on the court as well. So congratulations, well done. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Stace, as Lexie said, for stepping in and doing our vote counts today. She's done a fantastic job. So our runner-up, best and fairest for this year is Louisa Pratt. So congratulations to Louisa. We'll clap her. So we were so lucky to have Louisa back to our club this season. I think it's been about 7 years since she's played, and this is actually her first year of A grade. So Louisa did her knee and she went off to uni and did her nursing. So we were so grateful that she came back because she is a superstar on and off the field. And for us, Louisa really is the heart of our team. She makes us laugh with her little sayings all the time, and her effort at training and on court is just second to none. She puts in 1,000%, and I've actually had to train her not to try so hard. So at the start, she'd just chase that ball the whole time in attack, and we had to teach her to run her lanes a bit more so she could conserve her energy. And even at Tarwan, I took her off for a quarter and said, just relax because I'm going to put you into centre and I want you to run the second half. And while she was off, she was actually running up and down the second court to keep herself warm. So she is an amazing athlete, and the way that she grew as a player this year and to come runner-up in A grade in her first season was absolutely amazing. So big congratulations to Louisa. And I decided to name my other award Most Determined this year. I easily could have given my players either a Most Improved and Most Determined, different coaches, because they all put in 110% and they all train, they all put in extra effort. But I decided to give this girl Most Determined because she does her job week in, week out with 1,000% determination in every game. So in defence, she is only short, but she can jump. There's really tall players in that goal ring and she out-rebounds them with just her determination to get it. She will go for every intercept, she'll block her player, she will help her teammates around her, and then she'll switch to attack and get every second pass down the court to make our life easier. She was also our captain this year, and that was a big leap up for her as her first year of captain, and she did it amazingly. She helped me on and off the court, and she really grew her knowledge of the game and how it works behind the scenes, and I couldn't thank her enough. And in the vote count, I reckon that's the third, it's probably her highest in A grade that she's got in the vote count, and it shows just what an amazing season she had and what's to come in her future. So a big congratulations to Emily Lowe. All right, so just to wrap up the season and do a few thank yous. So a big thanks to Em and Damo who came on earlier and thanked everyone for all the coaches, so we didn't have to stand up here and thank everyone. We are so lucky to have an amazing committee, which I touched on earlier, who go above and beyond, and in the season there was so many meetings online and in person, and really for me this year was a good look behind the scenes that what a committee puts in to allow us to go on the court. So a big thank you to Steve and everyone else that was on the committee. We couldn't do what we love without them, so a big thank you to our general committee. A big thanks to all the netball people. I must have had a hunch that the last training before we got called off, I actually handed out all the presents to thank all the netball helpers and all our first aid and everyone who helps over at the netball court. So I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do that in person. So a big thank you to them. A big thank you to all of our amazing coaches. This year they had to do a lot on their own because of the restrictions. They had to train their teams by themselves, so they really had to step out of their comfort zone, and they did amazing. And to all our players, to have 6 teams in the finals was just a huge effort for our club, and I really think that we could have gone up there and won a lot of premierships. So I'm really excited what next year will bring for the club, because that talent coming through, and we've set up Tiger Clubs, so we've got 9s, 11s and 13s that will come through as well. So we've got the club in an amazing spot in the future. I also just want to say a special thank you to Joe. So Joe and I have formed a really great friendship this year because we've spent many hours on the phone and at meetings together, and I think that's the best thing about clubs, that you form friendships with people that you probably wouldn't have got to know very well. So a big thank you to Joe for looking after me all year. Our club is so lucky to have him on representing our club and with all of the knowledge that he has. So a big thank you to Joe. Now I just missed one award. I actually missed our players player, and I'm really stoked that this girl got it because, as I said, she represents our team and our players love playing alongside her, and our players player this year goes to Louisa Pratt. So well done to Louisa. So with A grade this year, probably the last 2 years have been so many ups and downs. We did the longest pre-season in history in 2020 and leading on to this year, and we're really excited with the list that we had, and we had a few girls that were new to A grade or were finding new positions to make our team better. We learned a lot from the 2019 season and knew we had to change a few things. So to end third on the ladder was absolutely amazing, and we knew that we just had more release to go and we could beat them. We just need to beat them by 18 goals to snatch back the 7th spot, the 2nd position, and then we could have had a crack at Yanar again, and we really believe that we could beat them. So we can't wait till next year when we can have another crack at them. The 10 games and all of the 1,000 practice matches we had at the start of the year and in between all of the breaks were so enjoyable to be a player and a coach, because these girls just gave 110%. From our TRAF practice match at the start of the year until our last game, we grew so much as players and as a team. These girls worked individually to become better, and then as a team we worked so hard. And these girls were doing 3 Zoom sessions a week in lockdown to make sure that we were ready to go, and unfortunately we just didn't get to put it out on court, all of the hard work that we deserve to show everyone. But this also excites me for next year on how much we can improve. If we improve this much in one season, how much can we improve in another season? And it's really endless how far we can go, and it's up to us as players how much we want to push ourselves. I'm excited that 6 of our 9 players have actually already signed on, I guess, for next year, which is awesome. And we're working on the other 3. We're just waiting for work things to go on. And we also have some awesome B graders pushing to jump into the team, and who knows who else is out there that might jump into, which means if our team was this good this year, imagine how good it can be next year if people are pushing for positions too. So that motivates me as a player to work even harder over summer to get my spot back on court, and then so exciting as a coach to see how far we can get. So a big thank you to Jessie, Mickey, Abby, Louisa, Em, Christina and Jacinta for being an amazing team to play and coach. A big thank you to Flynn, who was always our 9th player, and especially Jessie, who came back from a baby. We didn't have her at the start of the year, so we needed someone on the bench, and Flynn actually jumped on for 2 games and didn't look out of place at all, and she's ready to go. So it shows our strength of our club. Chloe Palmer also filled in for 2 games for us. So a big thank you to Chloe when Mickey couldn't play, and Danny and Meg also sat on our bench. So we can't play without the people volunteering their time to help us get through. A big thank you to my team on the bench. So Jacoby Eden stepped up. She's only an under-17 player, but she was my team manager, and Jodie spoke earlier about her brain of netball, and it's just second to none. And she helped me on the side, and we had endless conversations all week to make sure we had the best team ready to go on court. So a big thank you to Jacoby. Libby Pratt jumped on board to be our statistician this year, and it was so nice for her to have a different job that was different to first aid. She learnt how to do our stats and then read them, and she said that she just looks at netball in a whole different way. So I can't thank Libby enough for giving up her time on Saturdays and during the week to make sure that she had the stats ready for us. And also thank you to Connie, who filmed our games each week and gave us amazing commentary and entertainment when we watch. So congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Special mention to our 3rds and 17s who were the minor premiers this year, which is a huge effort. And I need to say a big thank you to all the people here who are making tonight possible. People at home can't see all the people here and all the cords and the cameras and them running around making sure it's all working. So a big thank you to these guys to enable us to celebrate our season. Thank you.
All right, just before I read out our sponsors, as a whole club, we just want to also recognise that this year Ebony not only was head coach, but she was the president. Well, not formally, but she did all the roles. So from everyone, thank you, and yeah, good work. I just wanted to let you know our sponsors for A grade. Our best and fairest were Karen and John Hillier. Our runners-up was Carl and Mariska Lowe from Ace Earth Moving. Our coaches was Libby Pratt Physiotherapy, and our players was Ebony Best. So well done, and thank you to all of our netball sponsors. Thanks.
Well done. And thank you very much, Lexie. Have we got any further comments coming around?
We have Joseph from, which is the general consensus. Susan Mitchell, congratulations, Helen Ebony, well deserved, absolutely. Ken Vivian, smile spotty, hello Ken, yeah, thanks Jibber. Jessie Holland, Lexie and Joe, you are nailing this. Angie said Jessie Holland, they are naturals, and well done Eb, Lou, and close behind Emily Lowe. And also, we're not just going via Australia with this broadcast, we're going into Malawi, Joseph, is that how you say it, in Africa. Lucy, Joe's daughter, who is now Lucy Sani, is over there, and she can view this on YouTube. And so, hello, Joe, you want to say anything to your daughter? And she says, great job, team. So, yes, all the way over to Africa, we are getting broadcast.
Perfect. Thanks for that,
There
Spotty.
you go.
I think Lexie's just touched on sponsorship, and one of the fantastic things about being in a community like Merbanorth, but in community sport, is that people give so freely of their time, and sometimes a little bit more than time, they give cold hard cash. So our sponsorship presentation, Brian, if you could just go with that now, that'd be fantastic.
Thanks.
Hey, welcome back everyone, and thank you to our sponsors. As I said earlier, without them, every community country football netball club would struggle. So please support our sponsors the way they support us. I'm just going to throw now to our senior football presentation, but before we do that, I'd just like to thank, in traditional country flavour, Gemma McCormack, who has spent all afternoon making biscuits, and Lexie
Thanks,
just stuffed
Gemma.
up the whole skit, but don't worry about it.
They're actually really good. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. Lexie's had about 5 already. I'd just like to introduce Brian McCormack. Brian will lead and read out the votes for the senior football presentation. After my efforts in the seconds, they gave me the flick. So, Brian, you ready to go?
Yes, Joe.
Okay, let's go, ladies and gentlemen, with the vote count for senior football presentations.
Did you want to go straight to the leaderboard? Have a look at that? Or?
We'll just put the leaderboard up, if we could, please, Brian. Here, we've got the leaderboard. Do you want me to read that, or can you?
No, I can't see the top ones
Okay,
here, mate.
I didn't think you could from
No.
there. Okay, the leaderboard, going into the 8th round of voting, Benjamin Campbell, 54, Liam Nash, 35, Hudson Kerr, 32, Joe Brooks, 29, Joel Lambourne, 26, Jeremy Salinger, 25. I better mention Damien Turner, 18, otherwise he'll never forgive me.
What about Jacob Blair?
Yep. Oh, Jacob Blair down at 8, Jack Robertson at 8, and Ethan Woodall at 11. So, Brian, there's a couple of smokies, and go for it, Brian.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, a couple of smokies there, mate. Yep, so we go straight into round 8 against Thorpdale. First card, Tom Campbell, 1 vote. Ben Storbecker, 2 votes. Damo Turner, 3 votes. Liam Nash, 4 votes. Benjamin Campbell, 5 votes. Second card, Tom Campbell, 1 vote. Joe Brooks, 2 votes. Clancy Bennett, 3 votes. Benjamin Campbell, 4 votes. And Liam Nash, 5. Third card, Joe Brooks, 1 vote. Ben Storbecker, 2 votes. Tom Campbell, 3 votes. Liam Nash, 4 votes. Ben Campbell, 5 votes. Merbanorth, Stoney Creek. First card, Ben Storbecker, 1 vote. Joe Brooks, 2 votes. Joel Lambourne, 3 votes. Mitch Whiteman, 4 votes. Liam Nash, 5. Second card, Joel Lambourne, 1 vote. Mitch Whiteman, 2 votes. Damien Turner, 3 votes. Benjamin Campbell, 4 votes. And Liam Nash, 5 votes. Hang on. Third card, Mitch Whiteman, 1 vote. Can we check on the votes on this one, Joe?
Yeah, we can. Yep.
Can we just go back? We just need to
Okay,
check this.
can we
on,
just...
For the second votes on this, it's got to be a mistake. Josh Taylor, 2 votes. Would that be right? Damien Turner, 3 votes. Ben Campbell, 4 votes. And Liam Nash, 5 votes. Merbanorth Foster, first card.
You want to go to a leaders board?
We can do that.
Okay, let's go to a leaders board.
You're in charge.
We have Benjamin Campbell on 76 votes, remembering that there's 15 votes per round available. Liam Nash on 63, Joe Brooks 34, Hudson Kerr 32, Joel Lambourne 30, Damien Turner 27. I reckon Josh Taylor's got 2 votes.
Yeah, better go on the other screen, I think.
It's not bad for the coach, but it seems to me at this stage it's going to be pretty close between Benjamin Campbell and Liam Nash.
Thanks, Joe. Round 10, Merbanorth versus Foster. First card, Jules Blackford, 1 vote. Bartlett, 2 votes. Clancy Bennett, 3 votes. Damo Turner, 4 votes. Jacob Blair, 5 votes. Second card, Joe Brooks, 1 vote. Clancy Bennett, 2 votes. Jacob Blair, 3 votes. Luke Bartlett, 4 votes. Damo Turner, 5 votes. Third card, Jules Blackford, 1 vote. Clancy Bennett, 2 votes. Luke Bartlett, 3 votes. Jacob Blair, 4 votes. Damo Turner, 5 votes. Round 11 versus Tarwan. 1 pointer down there. Luke Bartlett, 1 vote. Hudson Kerr, 2 votes. Another smoky here. Josh Taylor, 3 votes. Smoky. Coming from a long way back. Shannon Kennedy, 4 votes. Callum Gilliam, 5 votes. Second card, Callum Gilliam, 1 vote. Joe Brooks, 2 votes. Hudson Kerr, 3 votes. Luke Bartlett, 4 votes. You must have done the card here, did you? Josh Taylor, 5 votes.
Woo!
Third card, Hudson Kerr, 1 vote. Shannon Kennedy, 2 votes. Luke Bartlett, 3 votes. Callum Gilliam, 4 votes. Josh Taylor, 5 votes. Can't have been a mistake. We go to the leaderboard before we go to the last round.
I don't know, it just started sinking here. He's on 15. The leader is Benjamin Campbell on 76. Liam Nash, 63. Damien Turner, 41. Hudson Kerr, 38. Joe Brooks, 37. Joel Lambourne, 30. Jeremy Salinger, 25. Jacob Blair, 20. Luke Bartlett, 17.
That'll do.
Taylor, 15.
Oh. Last round versus Tura. First card, Harley Float, 1 vote. Rory Peter, 2 vote. Damo Turner, 3 votes. Liam Nash, 4 votes. Mitch Whiteman, 5 votes. Second card, Josh Taylor, 1 vote. Hudson Kerr, 2 votes. Joel Lambin, 3 votes. Mitch Whiteman, 4 votes. Harley Float, 5 votes. Last card, Hudson Kerr, 1 vote. Rory Peter, 2 votes. Joel Lambin, 3 votes. Harley Float, 4 votes. And Mitch Swampman Whiteman, 5 votes to finish on.
The leaderboard, please. And
take it
you
away.
want to declare, Brian?
Yeah, I can declare that for 2021, senior best and fairest is Benjamin Campbell on 76 votes. Woo! Well done, Ben. Close behind by Liam Nash on 67. Well done.
Well done.
Well done, Leo.
Thanks very much, Brian. I'm going to throw now to Steve Rogers,
More time.
who is going to introduce the Best and Fairest medal for 2021.
Thanks, Joe. Tonight, with a good deal of consultation with not only the committee but also our well-respected supporters and members, and most importantly with Wendy, Luke, Nick and Kiara, the Javasi family. It's a really special thing that we can do to honour our good friend Sam Javasi. I don't remember the club being sadder than we've been this year. I think it's just a great way that we can honour Sam's, I think it's a legacy that he's left this club, teaching people how to be a good community person, how to be a good volunteer, and most importantly, a good family member and a good friend. So it's with a good deal of sadness, but also a really big honour for Ben to pick up the award this year. I think he's a very worthy recipient with the way he plays his footy. I'm sure Sam would be very proud of the way he plays his footy. He cracks in and he's there when we need him most. So I'll call on Josh, who was unlucky not to get more votes, I thought, but that's another story. I'll call on Josh to talk about our very first Sam Javasi medal winner, the first of many over the next few years. I'm sure it's something, Josh, that the senior team will strive to win, and it will be very proud to win as well. So I'll welcome Josh, and a big shout out to Wendy and Luke and Nick and Kiara. Thank you very much for your ongoing support, and well done to Luke on getting the best and fairest in the Scoobies. I think Sammy would be pretty damn proud about that one. So I know we're all very proud of the family, and I'll bring you up now. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, mate.
All right, thanks, Stevie. Obviously, it's a massive achievement for Benny to come to the club in his first year and win this award. From just speaking to Luke not too long ago, and hopefully in future years that they can the family can actually present this medal and be a bit more proper, unlike tonight. But anyway, it is what it is, and for Benny to win this tonight it's unreal. Like I haven't got too much to say. He's the most genuine bloke that you'll come across. He's not outspoken. He's pretty quiet amongst the group. He was my assistant coach, and he was also the midfield coach. And he didn't have too much to say at times, but just went about his business, and he didn't try and change himself coming to the club, which was the main thing, and that's what I've most enjoyed. Like he would ring me up, or I'll ring him up during the week, and we'd have a 30-minute conversation easily enough. And I'm stoked for Benny, because he's obviously changed his footy a little bit to include other people in the game, and he's a ripper fella, and I've got all the praise in the world, and same as Liam in the runners-up. But Benny's been a brilliant assistant coach, and well done Benny Campbell on the assistant best and fairest.
That's it.
So we've got this medal here, Benny, who I'll bring it back to you. Might be at the pub. I'll bring this back to you, but there's a committee decision on which the Javazis have decided on, and there's another medal which will be coming. But you should be very proud of winning the first Sam Javazi medal, because Sam was someone who meant a lot to me, and he meant a lot to a lot of people in this football club, whether you be 18 years old or 14 years old or 50. He was a great man, and to win that first Sam Javazi medal, you should be very, very, very proud of yourself. So thanks, Benny Campbell, and well done. Runners up in the best and fairest is obviously Liam Nash. I don't know, you can't say too much about this bloke, to be honest, because he won our best and fairest last year. To be honest, this year he travelled back from Torquay to play with us, which is just a massive commitment in itself. And I've got so much respect for Liam for doing what he done this year, and he probably could have played VFL, but he probably chose to play with his mates. And I'll always respect Liam for what he's done for the last couple of years at this club, because I know how much his family is involved in this club, and how much this club means to him. And it's almost bloody a little bit emotional talking about it, but Liam's a seriously good person, and for what he's done, and people didn't understand that he was travelling back from Torquay to play a game of footy each week with his mates, and he could have done whatever else. He could have went and played VFL, and he could have done whatever, but he came back, and I got so much respect for you, Liam, and hopefully you're watching, and hopefully you're back next year, because we love you here, and thanks for what you've done this year from travelling back, and congratulations on your runners-up best and fairest.
Well done.
All right, most valuable player. You could go through a few guys. I reckon the whole coaching staff could agree on this decision who got the most valuable player, and you look at guys. You can look at Liam Nash, and you can look at Ben Campbell, who can, honestly go midfield, go forward, go wherever. But this guy he's the ultimate achiever. He doesn't let you down back, doesn't let you down forward. He changed in the ruck. Every time we needed something, we went to this guy, and every time, and this is how unselfish this guy is. He'd get in the best players, and he would come up to me and ask me to take him out. And we're recruiting this year. This is his first year at the Merbanorth Football Netball Club, and I thought he had a brilliant year, because it's hard to gel into a side when you're going from centre half back to centre half forward to full back to full forward, and you're playing all these positions. But he done it brilliantly, and he took it on with everything. And it's Joel Lambert. He's a bloody ripper. I haven't got too much to say about this fella, to be honest. Just joking. No, he's honestly, everyone that's in this room that is serious club people, they know how good this bloke is. He's captained our seniors for the last however long. If you want something done, he'll get it done. Knowing from when Clancy was coaching and other people have been coaching the senior football side, he will message you to see how you've pulled up, which you don't have to do. But it's the things that he does, and even coaching the under-9s this year, which might not mean much to many people, but he's a captain of a senior football club, and he puts in so much Tuesday, Thursday night at training, and leads a side on a Saturday, and then follows up on a Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning probably with the under-9s with his young fellas. And yeah, and everyone would say the same thing, like he's the ultimate club person, but he's also a great mate, and the most consistent this year. And I spoke to a lot of other coaches towards the last 4 or 5 weeks, and his relentless efforts and his willingness to try and win the footy and try and win the game was brilliant. So it was Damo Turner. Most determined. Yeah, it was obviously a pretty close count. This guy's taken a lot of steps in his footy, and to be honest, we've been talking about it for the last maybe 2 or 3 years. He might be 24, 25 now. So the last 2 or 3 years, he's been promising, what we might get against probably the weaker sides, and then this year he just stepped up and he become probably an A-grade mid, which is hard to do. It's hard to do, especially in a good side when you've got such good players, and he'd done that, and he was a vice captain, and he's got a lot of steps to go into being a senior captain, but he's got the best bloke leading from the front in Damo, and he knows, and he's the funniest bloke at training. He's always there, he's always talking, and guys love it when he's around. But he's also a very determined person, and since his whole coming to Merbanorth situation, he's been given time, and he's now become probably an A-grade mid. So most determined is Hudson Kerr. Best first year is obviously probably the last award, but probably not expecting it. I would highly doubt he would be expecting it. I actually told his old man today to tune in and make sure you're in at the end of the night. But it's a hard trophy to kind of give. It's always been something that's float on. The best first year player, and you can look at best first-year players that come to the club, but when guys come to the club and they're 28, 29 years old, you kind of expect that kind of thing. And this guy's come out of the under-18s and he pushed spots. He pushed spots every week, and his breakout game was Menion. He got second best, and he showed what he could really do. And from there, he played his role in senior footy, but in saying that, every time he went back to thirds, he'd get best on. He'd kick 5. He'll do this. He'll do that, and that's what I look to. I look to the best, first year player as a young guy, and I believe this guy, he's got a lot of potential, and I really hope he sticks with us and plays a lot of footy, because we've got some good things in line in the coming weeks and in coming months to help our young players and trying to fast track them and develop them. And he's been a ripper this year. Every time I've relied on someone to come up, he's been really good. So that's Ethan Woodall. So well done, Ethan Woodall. All right, that's it from me, guys. I've only got a couple little thank yous. It's mainly to the playing group, right through from force, from under 16s through all netball. I actually put a lot of pressure on our playing group to keep training while we're in lockdown, and they followed suit, and they put in a lot of work. So I'd like to really thank the playing group for doing what they've done. If we got the chance to play finals, I know we would have been there. I honestly think we would have won it, to be honest, but it's always next year, and most guys are committed, and we'll go again next year. But thanks to Benny Campbell and Jules, who are my assistants, and Damo and Huddy, who led the side. But I felt like the whole coaching group, from Snally, Lowy, Macca, through to the assistants and the footy department with the old man and Pads, I felt like we had a really good connection. I honestly thought that we were going to win the flag this year. That's where I was, and we're going to keep that same crew, and we'll win it in 2022. So thanks, guys. Cheers.
Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Josh and Brian, for your assistance, and great words, Josh, and glad to see that you're on board, senior coach next year. You started work already, and good luck to you. We know that you're only a few percentage points away from being minor premiers, which would have been well deserved. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to show it on grand final day, but we will in 2022. Well done to you and the team. Well done. Lexie, can you just thank our award donors, please?
Certainly. So for the seniors, our best and fairest sponsor was the Javasi family. Our runners-up best and fairest was Annie and Joffa Holland. Our most determined, Macca and Tasman McCormack. Most consistent, Carlin Mariscalo, Ace Earth Moving. MVP, Josh Taylor, Advanced Locations. And best first year was Dina Margot Linforth. So a big thank you to all the people that sponsored our trophies this year. Without you, some of this wouldn't be possible, but we really appreciate it, and you getting behind the club. So thanks, everyone.
Well done. Thank you very much, Lexie. Waddy, what have we got?
We've got a couple more feedback. Steve Gent says, Lexie is the star of the show, sorry, Joe. That could be interesting.
I've got about 15 emails that want Lexie's phone number. But anyway.
Joe's waiting for...
That'll be interesting in the supermarket when you bump into each other, Joe.
Right.
Christine Stortenbecker, well done, Tiger team, looking the goods. Alana Knowles, nice haircut, Macca looking sharp. And Jamie Hamilton, who is Troy's brother, well-spoken Ubby. And that's it for the feedback. We've sold as many tickets as we can, so I suppose we'll
need to do. We've got 3 draws.
3 draws.
Lexie, if you could be in control, and Waddy, if you do the...
So what are we starting with?
Yeah, the third
just
prize.
So we get
That's $200, Lexie.
Third prize.
Third prize, $200.
Rightio.
Looking, Whitey.
And there I am, Mick, it's you bastard. That's 100 each, Mick. Well done, buddy, you and I.
He said put it on the bar.
Okay.
All right.
Mick Lockie, $200.
Did you want to buy a brick, did you say?
If three
There we
people
go.
in this room win the raffle, we'll call ourselves
All
a
right.
motorcycle club. Right.
For $300.
$300.
Well, Stevie Rogers, our president.
He also wants a gold brick.
Yes,
Sort of
that's
thing.
you still owe a few dollars, Steve, but
Now,
you
this
pay
is
that off next week.
$1,000, and thank you to everyone that bought raffle tickets tonight.
It's very appreciated.
The proceeds of tonight's raffle go towards putting tonight on. We've run the season without crowds and all sorts of things, so thank you for your kind support.
All
There's
right.
a big one, drum roll.
Drum roll.
$1,000.
Merrin Justra.
Merrin Justra.
Wow.
Hang on. My eyesight. Sorry, my eyesight's terrible. Michael Watt. Yes. Well done. Well done, Merrin.
Congratulations, Merrin. Very
Well
well
done.
deserved. We're so lucky. Glad that it's gone to you. All right. Well,
Well
thank
done.
you to everyone who bought a ticket or has bought raffle tickets throughout the year or anything. The club really rely on those things. So thanks to everyone.
I'd just like to close the event this evening in doing, I suppose, a short thank you. Steve's and everyone else has thanked everyone, but I think a special effort goes into Brian Doherty and his team and Danny and Steve.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Well done to you guys. And thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Thanks everyone for the support to our Community Football Netball Club during 2021. It has been somewhat problematic with COVID. It's pretty clear that the way out of this is vaccination, and that's the way in which the government's going, and we can expect some, I suppose, guidelines over the summer, how we come back together as a club and what vaccination requirements will be. So I'll just leave you with that thought. It's something that is a personal choice, but may in fact be mandatory come the start of 2022. I'm going to leave tonight with a sort of paraphrase. I think I'm going to paraphrase Steve Rogers, but something he said. But tonight's been a great night of not only celebrating the success on field, the hard work of our committee and our champion players and coaching staff, but it also has been a little bit of a remembrance, and the naming of the senior football, the Sam Javasi medal, is something pretty special. And I'm going to leave you with a quote of Sam, and he said, you get out of anything what you're prepared to put into it. And that was about as many words as he'd say when we had a big task at hand. And I'm going to leave you with that thought, because I think all of us need to think through how we're going to come out of COVID. What does it mean for our community? And what does it mean for our great club? So let's get our thinking caps on and let's commit ourselves to putting in a great effort in 2022. And let's bring ourselves out of COVID stronger, more resilient and more determined than we've ever been. And I thank everyone for their attendance tonight. Appreciate the great work of Lexie and Waddy. Well done to you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks,
and,
Joseph.
And on behalf of everyone here at the club, that's live streaming. Thank you.